It's real estate. You know, just sit here behind the microphone for 6 minutes and pretend that I'm not here, but I am right here, always listening, watching, observing. Interesting. Loud ass game. Let's see what Tetsuya Nomura was up to. Let's see what that man's doing. Let's see what he's cooking. I need to feel something. Brand new dreams? Sega Saturn dreams. What the fuck? Wallpaper. Wallpaper? Not gonna lie, this game is vibey as shit. I'm gonna lie. This game is vibey as fuck. What the fuck? Who the hell is Claire? Is it Elliot? Oh. I'm not reading the fucking lore. Master version. Nightopia. Font works. Let's play the Sega Saturn version of Nights in the Dreams. We're not gonna play any of this new shit. Wait, is there a version that's like original? Hey, dig on. Ew, the new version. Lame. I want that crusty bullshit. Yeah. This game makes it. Look at this. Look at these old models. Claris, Elliot. That's real. Dream Data. Oh, this is real. Sonic Team. They cooked on this shit. It's a Sega Saturn. Didn't have any Sonic games, but they had at least one good game. God damn it. What the fuck is going on? Don't worry, Knights. I'll come. I know what to do this. Oh, there are no instructions. I actually have to look at the instruction manual. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm getting motion sickness. Okay. And I never get motion sickness. What the fuck? Whoa. I'm super sorry. I fucking love Nights in the Dreams, babe. Look at this. Look how cool this is. Game makes my head hurt. This game is fucking insane. Is there like a way to like how to play? Wizman the Wicked. God, that's such a Tetsuya Nomura, you did it again. Good job, Joe. Good job, Kojima. Let's see. Collect 20 blue chips. Touch idea capture. Release 4 idea, then go into the idea place to clear. Palace. Defeat the powerful boss to clear the dream. Drill dash, touch dash, paraloop. Touch loop, acrobatic flight, aerial break. Star chip, blue chip, fly. Time remaining score, durability of idea capture. Okay. There's like the Sega manual. What are they doing? Score, touch power gauge. See, this is why I like Klonoa better. I like Nights in the Dreams, but Klonoa clears, I have to admit. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I could adjust the screen a little bit. I kind of be smaller. I don't think I could physically take it being full screen. Wait a second, wait. Why does it have a waiting period, by the way? I can do the screen adjustment. But let's see what it's like in wallpaper mode. The fuck is this? So the HUD... Okay, so it's like 4:3 or whatever. This is a little better. It's kind of fucking with me. Okay, so I'm supposed to get like 20 of these fucking things. It's still not... My head still kind of hurts on it. But I kind of fuck with it, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. So do I need to collect 20 at once, or like, what? It does feel kind of cool, though. I will say, the gameplay itself is kind of cool. I can only imagine playing this on a D-pad, though. It's like, I'm planning on trying to do it now, and it's a little better, actually. Bonus time. Now for a bonus point. See, the thing about it, like, oh my god, you can go backwards? Whoa, there's like different routes and shit? That's cool. This is kind of wild, though, I'll admit. What is going on? I kind of fuck with this game vibe, though. You know what I mean? Like, in a spiritual way. I don't know. I feel like pre-rendered graphics are like the easiest way into my heart at this point. I'm very easy to please. If I ever get married, I'll be married to pre-rendered graphics and the game, not the rapper, the video game. I hate the rapper, the game. Not on a personal level. I just don't, you know, I just don't vibe with their way of thinking. I don't have beef with the game, though. Although I'm not, you know, I've never listened to the documentary, though. Is that that game? No, that's Stoop Dogg. It was the documentary, too, or something. I don't know. You ever think about how documentaries used to be like way bigger in the past? Whoa. This is like a Sega Saturn 3D controller classic, baby. I don't know. I wish more Sega Saturn games were available on Steam. I just think Sega Saturn's really cool. I don't know. 2D games during the 32-bit era that are like, you know, like there are a lot of games that do the 32-bit thing now. And there are a lot of games that came 32-bit after, you know, like the Game Boy Advance had a lot of games. I think it's technically somewhere in between 60 and 32-bit. But like, oh my god, there's a lot happening here. Help. I don't know. I really love this game. What the fuck? I accidentally pressed X, my bad. There's not even a double jump. Oh, I'm not supposed to hit that thing? What the hell is going on? Oh my god, you can turn the camera? 3-dimensional? The 3D platformer? I should be playing Jumping Flash right now. Wait, why am I not playing Jumping Flash right now? You could hit those? What the hell? Yeah, baby. 3 Mare, baby. Yeah, this is just Klonoa pilled. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is just Klonoa, but like with extra steps. Like, I love Sonic Team, but like, nah, Namco stole your whole flow, like flow for full, bar for bar and shit. Like, they stole everything. Klonoa is objectively the better version of this game. Not objectively. I'm joking. I'm not. It's subjectively. But I don't know. I think Klonoa is just a more fully formed idea. It's like an arcade kind of experience. Which I will say, Sega. You know, Sega. It's surprising that this game wasn't in arcades, though. I think it should have been. I don't remember if it was, but I think it should have been if it wasn't. Large. Oh, you can loop shit? Oh, wait, hold up. Nice one. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh man. I think I'm supposed to like get like 20 of those or something. 20 of them. 20 of them. Okay. Yeah, baby. Look at this shit. Yeah. I was like doing a giant fucking loop or whatever. Oh, my bad. I missed. Come on, come on. No, wait. Nah, I missed it. There we go. And those kind of like influence the way the direction you go, I guess. Kind of cool. It's kind of like weird because you're on a track path. I don't know why, but like as soon as 3D games like started like, you know, why don't they use spaceships anymore? Why don't games have spaceships anymore? You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't press it that time. Okay. Like, why would I play a remastered version of Nights in the Dreams? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why, but certain gamers get vibe and certain ones don't. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, it's objectively better that they'll play the old, like, versions of games. Like, that's pretty much, like, mostly not the case in terms of gameplay. But I'm saying that, like, to dismiss the vibe of a game entirely as just aesthetic, you know, as not affecting the gameplay. It's only aesthetic. Oh, it's only aesthetic. Why do you care how it looks? It's like, it's something about the gameplay altogether. It's like, no, you're fucking losing it, dog. You're not, you don't get it. You don't fucking get it. Art is not only about the text, it's about the subtext. It's about how it makes you feel, god damn it. It's about the shit in between. Fuck, man. You don't get it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know what I mean? There's just certain vibes you gotta go into. Also, this is so cool. I fucking love this game. It's super sick. I love it. I don't know where the fuck I'm going though. Where the fuck do I go? Oh, no, I was playing as Nights in the Dreams. I'll probably go that way. There we go. I need like 3 more of those. I need like one more. Literally one more. Genuinely just one more. Again, just literally one more. I do not need any more than one. One more. There we go. Now I can go to the space-time destroyer mechanism or whatever. Okay, so no, this would make a perfect arcade game. I don't know what they were thinking, really. Like, this is like, the fact that this wasn't an arcade game in the first place is kind of interesting to me, honestly. Like, I know, like, it's very, I don't know, the vibe of it is like super Sega Saturn in particular, right? It doesn't have like the dazzling, like, you know, arcade experience like a, you know, like a Soul Edge did or whatever it's called. Not Soul Edge. Oh, finally made it to the boss. Cool. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. See, this is cool as shit. Like, you know what I mean? This is sick as fuck. This is sick as fuck. This is like very much footage of a game you'd try once and then never play again. But this is just Klonoa. Wait, hold up. I have to know. Is there a connection? Because like I feel like the Sega staff, the Nights in the Dream, they had to be a connection. There has to be a connection. Nights into Dreams. Klonoa. That gaming Brit. So. Nights in the Dreams. I don't care about some Redditors' opinions on Night in the Dreams. I just want to know if there's actually a connection. Is there no other connection? Also, why? Yeah, dreamlike platformers, there's like a severe lack of them, actually. I don't know why it's like a niche that no one's tapped into. Kirby, yeah, Kirby, Psychonauts, Gris. But there's not that many. Copy Kitty, I forgot. There's like a thing on that on Twitter. Give me a second. Give me a second. Dreams come a long way the other day. Dreams come on down. Copy Kitty, you say? Interesting. Interesting. Let me see. Copy. Copy Kitty. Oh, this shit looks insane. What the fuck? Why does it look like a Mega Man, but like maximalist? What the hell is happening? Games are cool, man. Games are cool right now, man. You could buy the A Train game. Ah, man. There's this series called A Train or whatever. It's the Japanese like Sim City equivalent of like train systems. It's like City Skylines, except you like only do train shit. And I'm like, it's a simulation game, so like those games are always super expensive because like, you know, no wonder. But I kind of want to play one of them one day. I don't know if it's like a one I can emulate or something, or like one of the cheaper ones. I don't know if I would play the cheaper ones. I don't know. But hold up. A dash train. Euro American Truck Simulator for $2. Interesting. I shouldn't be on Steam, by the way. I should be banned from Steam for buying too many games. No more games. Yeah, that's the cheapest one. A Train PC Classic. You could buy the old A Train game for full price. Oh boy. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am the type of person to really want to play this game. And you can't see it on screen. It's a real estate development game disguised as a train game. Buying a land, making a valuable flight of condos. That's so funny. Because Euro Truck Simulator isn't actually about trucks. It's an ambient game disguised as a truck simulator. And the A Train game is disguised as a train simulator management sim. But in reality, it is you know, I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Don't ask me, baby. Oh. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to to this game I'm playing right now. The PC gaming gamers. Yeah, this is just like a less finished version of this is the arcade version of it's what I'm supposed to be doing. I think so. Yeah, this is absolutely the arcade version of Klonoa. So Klonoa could only work as is it changing the life bar? Oh, I have to hit it from the bottom, never mind. Do I? What? Whoa. Spring Valley Zone. You got me. You fucking got me. All right, you got me. Nice Sonic, Knuckles, Amy. Come on. Come on. idea retake. I don't know what any of this means. I don't know what any of this means. I just know that I like that character design. I like the vibe of this game. And I'll play all 8 of these levels if need be. Maybe. I don't know. This game's kind of boring. The soundtrack's good. The thing about it, you can't call any game boring these days. You can't. There's a lost art of calling games boring now. Because if you call any fucking game boring, it could be the most obscure shit of all time. Some motherfucker will be like, "What do you mean it's boring? You just don't get it. You don't know how to play it." That shit could be fucking Peppa Pig's Great Adventure. Like, it could be fucking, what's it called? Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and this shit, someone would complain about it. You can't never talk about fucking video games or anime on the internet. Never. Actually, you can talk about anime only if you talk about shit from like 2001, and it's like gritty shit. Gritty 2001 gray anime. Pretend it's art house, even if it's like seasonal shit. Just don't talk about slice of life. My first mistake. How dare I like Hadamori's sketch of 2010? How dare I? Also, this game has super good soundtrack. Oh my god, the soundtrack's amazing. This OST's fucking banger, dude. Da-da, da-da-da. Sonic Team never missed out on the soundtrack, man. What's crazy is that I know Sonic Team is like, the issue with like video game development, right? People will just assume that every video game, like 20 years fucking on, will have the same developers and shit. I'm like, for any other medium, that's crazy talk. Like except for fucking books or whatever, right? Because like written by like 1, maybe 2 people. 2 people. Like, why would it have the same staff 20 years later? Why would like Shigeru Miyamoto wasn't on Mario 20 years later? He's a fucking producer. He's been a producer for like as long as he's been a producer since like fucking like Sunshine or some shit. Like, people still like blame on the, I guess that's the Nintendo issue specifically, but like, you know, to say, oh man, these old games aren't the way they used to be. Like, they have like literally entirely different people. The main thing is that they should just hire, they should also give developers more time. That's the gist of it. Don't crunch them. But also, like, you know, give the directors more, you know, make sure the directors are passionate about the game project they're doing. I guess that's the main thing, because, you know, I think certain the directions. I guess there's like a lot of production hell with games in particular. Games suck in terms of production, man. Games suck in terms of production. You ever try to make a game? That shit is hard. Even when it's easy, it's hard. Even when it's hard, it's easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to be hard. That's what I mean. I don't know what the fuck's going on, by the way. I kind of lost track of this, but I'm floating around and shit. You know what I mean? I think this is a cool game. I think I'm vibing, really. You know what I mean? Da, 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 I'm stealing that bass line melody or whatever. I'm gonna use the Nights into Dreams sound font in my video game. That's right, baby. You can't stop me, Sega. I'm using your your unique MIDI sound fonts to make my game vibier. Sorry, you're not using them. Oh fuck, I'm dead. You can't double jump. That's kind of pisses me off. I don't know why. Is there ever a Sonic game where you could triple jump, by the way? Mario is a triple jump character. I don't think Sonic is. There's no wahoo! There's no trying to triple jump, I don't think. This is like the, is this the only, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's getting vibey as hell. Whoa. Look at this shit. Man. Are you an artist if you don't like Nights in the Dreams vibes? Maybe. I don't think Quentin Tarantino would like this game. I don't know why. I don't think George R.R. Martin will like this game. So I can do jump dash. That's not the same, Frank. It's not the same. Talking about like the triple jump, trying to wahoo type shit. You know what I mean? Talking about that kind of shit. Sonic doesn't do that. Sonic just jumps regular jump. This game is like the perfect arcade game that is not an arcade game. There's certain games that like you know what's a good arcade game? Any roguelike would be a perfect arcade game. Spelunky would be a pretty good arcade game. What the fuck was that? Why do you speed out of there too? Okay. And don't stop the music. Giant loop. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. Listen to this song. Listen to the song for what stage is this? I don't know what song stage is this. Also, this is the port for the Sega 360. The only if the Xbox 360 and PS3. This is the port from that era of Nights in the Dreams, which is kind of interesting because they give you the Sega Saturn version. Because if it was like, honestly, Sega does a pretty good job of supporting their games, except because, like, I don't know. This is like the Sega Saturn is like the equivalent of like how Nintendo treated the GameCube for like so many years. You know what I mean? Like it's the cult classic console that has a lot of the history in there. But I guess no, maybe it's like a N64. I don't know, because Nintendo and Sega are combined in that respect. But like, you know, there's I don't maybe Virtual Boy would be a better. No, Virtual Boy would be like the Sega 32X maybe. Has there ever been a re-release of anything Sega 32X? I fucking doubt it. Oh no. No, no, no. No, no. Fucking hell. Big ass jump too. Yeah, Sega is cracked arcades. Why are you pointing me over there, by the way? I was gonna say, this is the, I was saying before that this is like the Klonoa of the Dreamcast. Like I'm saying that Bandai Namco, or no, just Bandai, or no, just Namco, because Bandai's the part that sucks. Namco is the chill part. Shout out to Namco. I fuck with Namco. I hate like Bandai. Bandai is like the Japanese version of like Hasbro, where they're just like a toy company. They're not like comically evil, just like, you know, they're mildly evil. Not evil, they're just like, I just don't like them actually. I think evil should be reserved for like Nestle. That's kind of evil. Or like the Chiquita Banana Company. That should be evil. That's evil right there. I think we use certain words a little too much. Like evil, evil, everything's evil. This is evil, that's evil. No, the Chiquita Banana Company is evil. Sorry, guys. We should start like Chiquita Banana posting. Just like hate posting about the Chiquita Banana Company. There's certain, if I was popular, there's certain things I would do. What? I think marketability is a fucking sham because this should be so fucking funny to do shit like that. Ironic love of if people started ironically posting about how good the Chiquita Banana Company is or Nestle is, then some jackass would be like, wait a second, I love the Chiquita Banana Company all of a sudden. I hate the internet. I fucking hate the internet. It has changed the way I look at people. I think I had a little bit of like naivete before either that or working, but those two things combining can permanently fuck me up. I will not have any benefit of the doubt of any person or place or thing ever again. And if I do, it's on purpose. Well, the benefit of the doubt is just like me getting caught off guard, I guess. Is there any hope for us? Chiquita banana posting. Forklift certified, baby. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Wait. Nice. I just barely made it. This is to the boss, by the way. Yeah, baby. G. Oh, am I supposed to go up or like what? I'm saying 2.5D. I don't know. The early 3D era is like nostalgic. Because the thing about me, what's crazy is like the thing about me is that like I never was nostalgic, quote unquote nostalgic for like, you know, the NES 2D. Like, you know, like people say, oh man, it's so. I feel like the nostalgia is interesting, nostalgia thing, because it's ironic because Vaporwave is definitely, again, Vaporwave is an influential movement in the way that it's just changed the way that people think about the aesthetics that, like, you know, because before Vaporwave came out, I don't think people even had the opportunity to feel quote unquote nostalgic about, oh, what the fuck? Quote unquote nostalgic about like old 3D games and shit like that. Or like even like Echo the Dolphin or shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Am I cracked this or nah? I'm not. I just, yeah. I think I just, oh fuck no, ow. I'm screwed. Now I'm cooked. Nah, I'm fucked, it's over. Wait. Nah, it's over. Wait. Nah, it's over. Night over. Splash? Resident Evil. Resident. I hate like these PC ports of there are PC ports that are like dog shit where it's like if you try to run a game and you go into fucking like windowed mode or some shit, your game's gonna fucking like die on you. It's gonna scream at you. It's gonna be like, ow, you know? Not in the windowed mode. If you change windows, I mean, you know what I mean? Like that's the gist of it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like one of those things. Yeah, it is what it is. As I say, it is what it is. But yeah, I was just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like Knights of the Dream's a pretty good game. I don't know which one I should play with. I like the music. I really like the music. Really like the music. Really like the music. Writing about music is like dancing about architecture. Rip the homie. Rip the homie. Yeah. True. Yeah. What was I saying? I don't know. It's on the Sega Saturn. Yeah, this was on the Sega Saturn. I love the Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn. I love the Sega Saturn. Dreams, dream of a long way. Last day. Dreams, dreams come a long way. You see, it does it every time. Clear. I would do that stage again because I like the music a lot. This is on the Sega Saturn. This version was not on the Sega Saturn. This like there's a remastered version. There's space consoles. If I wish Sega kind of did finish the Neptune idea. If Sega came back, they would definitely do a Dreamcast 2 instead of like doing some like other cool space console. Because, I mean, I guess there's a name recognition of the Dreamcast for some goddamn reason at this point. I don't know. I think if banned for Neptune, Neptune was basically just supposed to be like Sega Genesis mixed with. I think it was Sega Genesis 32X kind of combo pack or something. I wish there was one that was like had like it might have had the Sega CD in it, but I kind of doubt it. I guess it had nothing to do with space. Oh yeah, Dreamcast. Wait a second, the Dreamcast. Nights into Dream, but there's no Nights into Dream. How is there no Nights into Dream game for Dreamcast? What the fuck were they? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? What the fuck were they thinking? Exactly. If I sound drunk, it's not true. It's not true because I don't have anything to drink. I'm broke as shit. I'm just very depressed right now, so I'm trying to talk over my shit. I'm not drunk. I'm mentally ill. If it's like one of those things, you know, in another universe, I would be drunk though. I'd be drunk as shit. I'd be like, I have an alcohol problem. I don't have it in this universe though, bitch. I'm fucking straight as a shit. I don't even know how to drink. Drinking is stupid. Drinking fucking sucks. Can I talk about drinking stupid? Drinking, I don't have an issue with people who drink. I have an issue with people, actually I kind of do. People who drink never do it like in like a good way. They always go overboard. I have friends who drink like, you know, pretty regular though. You know, pretty, not regular, but they drink pretty average proportions, right? But there are some people I know alcoholics and they're fucking annoying about that shit. Like fucking dog, you don't need to drink every 5 seconds, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't need to be, you know, Shia LaBeouf is an alcoholic, you know what I mean? Smoking while I do drinking. Smoking is worse than drinking, absolutely. No, you're right. But there's no contest because they all suck. I hate all of them. That's why I'm straight edge. I have to, and I'm straight edge and a vegan. No, I'm not a vegan. Addiction tier list. Drug addiction's super like cringe. Like no matter what drug. I think the only cool drug addiction is cocaine. That's the only cool drug addiction because that's the only one where you're like Scarface shit. You can survive very long off of a cocaine addiction. It's very shocking. There are like no selling cocaine is cool. Having an addiction to cocaine is cringe. Absolutely. Yeah, cocaine being cool is propaganda. Yes, you're right. Selling cocaine is cool. Having an addiction to it, like, I think the whole selling cocaine thing is obviously a you know, illegal and it should not be encouraged. And not even that's illegal, but because it is a danger to the public health and also just very dangerous for the average person. But I will say it is like kind of cool. Kind of cool. Always Pippins did heroin, made a who's about to be cool. Do you think it's sick? You're kind of right, but I'm saying heroin is one of those things where it's like you look at it, you just like look at this, anything. It's like it's instantly cringe because it's just like it's just sad, you know. Like heroin is like one of those drugs that makes you think like it's like one of those drugs that like makes you realize like drug addiction is a disease. Like a person does heroin like once and they're all of a sudden like they're just fucked up. But not even once. It's like they do it like 3 times. You do heroin 3 times and you're permanently fucked up. Like genuinely. You do cocaine. There's too many functional cocaine addicts for me to say it's not like it's as bad as heroin. You know what I mean? I don't know how. I'm fucking up. I'm fucking up. Just I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny for these arguments. I don't genuinely think these things that I'm saying right now. About do heroin. It's kind of weird. It's like I don't know how people start heroin, but I read up on the addiction. What's it called? That's one. What's it called? Like Naked Lunch. I read up like the first part of Naked Lunch is like, you know, you read about that shit, and you're like, you know, the fuck is it called? See, triple jump. You see that shit? If they wanted to, if Sonic Team locked in, they do a mean ass triple jump, but they didn't, and they won't. So they look at this shit. Look at this shit. Yeah, I want a Sega Saturn only. I kind of want, I don't know. A Sega Saturn would be cool. I don't think Dreamcast is as cool. Everyone gasses up the Dreamcast so fucking hard. I think the Dreamcast is cool. I'm not gonna lie, Dreamcast is vibey as shit. But I'm saying it's like, I don't like the single analog stick. That's what like the issue I have with it. It works for Sonic Adventure, it works for like Shenmue or whatever, right? But the dual analog, man, you just need the dual analog. I don't know. You described literally better than sex. It juices your feel-good nerves. That is, yeah. That's basically any addiction. Why would you do an addiction that makes you, I guess there are addictions that make you like feel bad because people get addicted to like, you know, fucking anything. League of Legends, right? Is getting addicted to League of Legends more cringe than getting addicted to heroin? Absolutely not, actually. This is the one time I'll agree with League of Legends here. It's very hard for me to do, but yes, League of Legends is not as cringe as doing heroin. The cringe to base scale, so it doesn't make you feel good. Alcohol is just weird, bro. Alcohol is just like socially why am I flat? Alcohol is too socially accepted. That's my thing with it. Like, even saying alcohol is socially accepted makes me sound like I'm a fucking narc. Like, but it is absolutely one of those socially accepted, like if people try to, like, they've had revolutions over alcohol consumption. Like, they had like entire countries rise and fall over alcohol and shit. Like, it is like one of the society's systemic addictions. Like, it is like so deep in. Alcoholism is so deep in that it's not even considered a disease anymore at this point. It's only considered a disease whenever it's like really bad. There are a lot of functional alcoholics out there, and I don't like it. I think more people should look for help and get assistance towards that, but they don't want to because it's very socially accepted. Anything that's socially accepted will just, you know, sorely ingrained people. Medieval motherfuckers, yeah, medieval motherfuckers drinking over water. It's like 2 shots of vodka. That's it. Wait, no, wait, no. I almost made it too. That's crazy. Can I do a double? Gotta do a dive though? In case makes sense. No one says all. Yeah, basically. I don't know. I feel very strongly about alcohol being too socially accepted though. I think it's like, you know, I think it's probably because I just don't drink it, but also I don't see the appeal of it in general. I just don't like it. But it's like I don't care if people drink it, but I care that people like should like drink it fucking constantly nonstop and have literally nothing else to fucking live for, and they think that's just a functional way to live. Like, if you are smoking, smokers are like, oh, I should stop smoking, it's kind of bad for me, and they smoke anyway. At least they're honest with themselves. Like, alcoholics like, oh, I'm not an alcoholic, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm like, you're shut up. You are an alcoholic. You need, like, that is the hardest shit to do, because like, my wife's trying to make me get rid of my beers. I'll show her. Like, no, it's fucking, come on, you know what I mean? Shit, dude. Fuck, man. Thank God I'm not a fucking streamer, because I be saying shit that I don't even think, because I think it once. I gotta go with it. I don't know. This is very much based on personal experience, like most things in life are, but I do very much think that addiction is coming back up saying think people have a problem, they're fucked up, take a substance. So yeah, I think the substance abuse, the thing with like a lot of like addictions is that, like, you know, at least with like certain addictions, I guess the shame of like having the addiction is also keeping them in there. But I think like the social acceptability of alcohol prevents people from even classifying it as an addiction when it is, you know? If it affects your life, because some people would say, man, I should be drinking right now, they're at work. I should be drinking right now when they're with their kids. I should be drinking right now whenever like they're driving. I should be drinking right now whenever they're in bed at night. I want to drink. You don't need to drink. You don't need to drink right now. I have addictions, but I don't pretend that they're not addictions. I acknowledge that they are, and acknowledge that they need help, and eventually I will do that. But, you know, at least I acknowledge it. I think on the base level, not acknowledging this shit is like, not acknowledging your addictions is an issue. I get addicted. I think we're speaking about different things at this point. I'm gonna stop talking at this point. Every time I try to talk to anybody, I be talking about something and someone else be talking about something else, and it's like like people just kind of get what I'm talking about. And, like, it happens everywhere in my fucking life. Am I gonna get the fucking? Am I gonna get here? No. Oh my god! Can this stop? People just every time I talk to somebody, they kind of get what I'm talking about, and I gotta just kind of deal like, okay, whatever. I'll meet you halfway here. You know what I mean? Like, no one ever fully gets what I'm talking about. Even when they do get what I'm talking about, they don't get the way I'm talking about it or the reason I'm talking about it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna stop bothering. Who gives a shit? If I be talking, I just be talking. You know what I mean? Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm addicted to yapping. I'm addicted to the game. Again, not the rapper. I'm addicted to the game as in the game of life. I'm still not fans. Yeah. Look at this. Triple jump. Yeah, baby. This level kind of sucks though. But I like the way its music is. I fucking love this game's vibe though. I love the cut of this game's jib, you know what I mean? I don't know. Something about this game just speaks to me. You say you didn't mean to talk about though. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what the fuck I was talking about. I think it was something about alcohol. Doesn't matter. I don't think anything I say really matters in general. If you don't have a gabillion subscribers, nothing you say really matters ever. If no one saves what you say onto their hard drive, then is anything you say bad? Picks or didn't happen, but in the form of rants about various things. You know what I mean? It's like that. Picks or didn't happen. I don't know. Sure, I guess. You know what I like is the Sega Saturn. I want to say the Sega Saturn's cool. The Sega Saturn's interesting because, like, there are a couple of consoles where like most of the coolest games never came out in like anywhere else besides Japan. I think like those consoles are always like the most like cult classic consoles, you know, because it's like, you know, translation patches like inflates the value of not the game, but like inflates the value of the perceived like the perceived quality of the game. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're playing a game with a translation patch, you're probably gonna like that game. If not for like the effort that you spent to play it, then for the like the amount, like the idea that you specifically looked out for that game. You know what I mean? Also, I'm dead, by the way. Night over Resident Evil. Yeah, so let's say you want to play Mother 3, right? And you like, oh, I should look up the translation patch for Mother 3. If you're doing that, you're probably in the audience that would really like Mother 3. It's confirmation bias, right? Imagine that for an entire console and you have the Sega Saturn. Because like the Dreamcast had enough of the best games to be released everywhere, where it wasn't like, you know, it was just like you know, people call it an underrated console until it's about rated now. The Sega CD didn't have many like games in general, but the games that were only Japan only, they were like, you know, niche enough where people weren't just begging for it, because Snatcher got released here, and Snatcher is like the main reason you'd even care about the Sega CD at this point, and also Sonic CD, but you already have, like, I could play Sonic CD right now, so it doesn't matter. Snatcher, basically. The Sega CD is basically the Snatcher machine, and I guess, Shining Force CD or something like that, you know what I mean? The Sega 32X does not exist. The Sega 32X does not exist. The Sega 32X does not exist. And the Sega Genesis is like, you know, anything that was released on the Sega Genesis that was good pretty much got released over here except Rent-A-Hero. Didn't they port Snatcher? They never ported Snatcher. It kills me. They've never ported Snatcher fucking anywhere. The only way you can play most versions of Snatcher is by emulating. I think there's like a PS1 version that never got translated, a Saturn version that never got translated. No, I think it was only Saturn, Knife Collection, nothing. If Snatcher was in a collection, I would not stop recommending it to. I would buy everyone a copy. I don't care if I'm fucking dying on a goddamn street. I would buy everyone a copy of Snatcher, physical, digital. I'd fucking name my daughter Gillian. 32X is about it. Yeah, 32X is a stupid idea. You have painters having a breakdown and splash paint or whatever. Talk about video games like lively equivalent. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Sega 32X. I don't know. I think the Sega 32X is just an interesting idea. I think it was an interesting idea. I think I like it in theory. I like the fact that it had Doom. I like the fact that it had Knuckle. I don't know why. I just like cartridges. Cartridges are just a really cool format for games to be in. You know what I mean? Like I collect Oh yeah, Super Famicom, by the way. The Japanese Super Nintendo is like one of those consoles where it's like it inflates the value of how cool those games are by virtue of it being fan translation machine. You know what I mean? Somebody new voice should go. What the fuck are you talking about? I think the idea of having a 32-bit cartridge console is not a bad idea, but the idea of its placement was the entire idea of its placement was stupid. On CD, it should have been on CD. It absolutely should have been on CD, no question, because they stopped supporting the CD the fucking instant they got another idea. I'm like, dog, what are you doing? You're supposed to support these peripherals, like Nintendo. At least okay. Here's the deal. If you ever make an add-on for your game console, it's not going to be supported very well. I don't think there's been a single add-on for a game console that's been supported very well. It has either been an entirely new console or been a like accessory, maybe. But even accessories have like dubious amounts of support. Like, you know, the light gun never got an amazing amount of support, for instance, right? So I'm saying like Kinect, the Kinect got a strange amount of support. It was actually crazy how much gas they put into a Kinect of all things. The Move didn't get anything. The Kinect, the VTube, you could control the VTuber model Kinect. I fuck with that. If you have an add-on for your console, you're not doing it right. If the Switch 2, imagine if the Switch 2 was like a Nintendo Switch like battery pack stuck on thing or some shit. I don't know, man. That would be horrifying. I'm just thinking about like there's just like there's no case I can think of where like yeah, Kinect was better for everything but gaming. Absolutely. No, the Kinect kind of sucked. I think the Kinect is interesting. I think it's very interesting. Because if you want to use a Kinect, right? If you want to use a Microsoft Kinect, then you have a reason to more than like a lot of these other accessories, right? You have an actual like viable reason to. But the games on the Kinect are the worst. Absolutely terrible. And I'm not saying this, but okay, they're not terrible in terms of, okay, like let's say the dancing games are fun. Like the dancing, like that's probably the best version you could play of like Just Dance. But like the actual games, like Sonic Free Riders, yeah, I played a demo of that. No, it was dog shit. It did not work. Kinect Adventures, it was a joke. I played it as a gag. Dragon Ball Kinect was the most disappointing. Okay, by the way, there's this one Dragon Ball game that I played. It was called Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi because apparently everyone forgot about that Tenkaichi game. I didn't, because it's still in my house. It's a joke because we bought every Dragon Ball game. I played more Dragon Ball games than I watched the anime, abridged, fucking anything. I absorbed the story primarily through the games, except Fighters for some reason. By the time Fighters came out, I was just too busy, and I didn't want to play. And also, I don't know. Fighters was too fully featured. I don't know. I'm not sure I could ever play through the actual story of Fighters. You know, it was limited. Stop, Gary. You look limited. Go to the Wii Motion Plus. You know what's crazy about the Wii Motion Plus is like it wasn't even backwards compatible. I don't think. So it's like weird. You play Mario Galaxy. I don't know. You know, it's like yeah. Ultimate Tenkaichi was like a very like I don't know. That game kind of sucked. Like of course like you know Dragon Ball Kinect is was a good game. Raging Blast 2. I love Raging Blast 2. There's like the Xbox generation for Dragon Ball games is actually kind of underrated. Not good or anything. It's kind of like it's like it's okay. Like I wish Infinite World ever got like mentioned, would ever possibly ever get mentioned again. It will never. Because remember that Budokai collection? By the way, they kept Budokai 2 out of that collection. I think it was very funny. I have a copy of Budokai 2. That game does kind of suck. The story mode of Budokai 2 is pretty ass. It's like the Dragon World mode. The board is fucking terrible. And Budokai 3 is much better. Budokai 1 is much better. But this is beside the point. There's Dragon Ball games where they just kept doing yeah, no. The fucking style was ass. you know, okay. It was, yeah, oh yeah, you could make your own characters, but it doesn't matter if the battle system was terrible. But I'm glad, but Ultimate Tenkaichi was a stepping stone. It was a stepping stone for Xenoverse, which I did not play Xenoverse, actually. I'm not a big fan of MMO or like multiplayer type games. I'm a single player game person. But Xenoverse was popular. Everyone fucked with Xenoverse except me, apparently. And it's crazy because, you know, like Xenoverse, yeah, no. The Ultimate Tenkaichi set up pretty much everything for Xenoverse, absolutely. And Xenoverse was like pretty much what everyone wanted, except me, obviously. So, yeah, there was a Dragon Ball MMO. I watched a stream of that. My friend streamed it the other day. Not the other day, the other year. No, it was pretty recently. It was like a couple months ago. I don't know if they still stream it. Yeah, but the Dragon Ball era of like 2008 past was like pretty boring in terms of like, I think the Dragon Ball game, that's how I know portable consoles are just not seen the same. At least they weren't seen the same until like the fusion happened between like those two. Because I mean, obviously like our, you know, I think there's so many games or franchise, like there's so many games or franchises that have like way better portable iterations than the console iterations. Like Sonic, right? Sonic, I think that like, you know, Sonic Colors, it goes back and forth between being like, oh, this game's the best, and this game's the, you know, oh, this game sucks. Or Sonic Colors Ultimate did not really help the case. I mean, if it was like $5, I'd buy Sonic Colors Ultimate, honestly. I don't care how many glitches it has, it's still Sonic Colors. But the 3D, the 2D version of Sonic Colors was actually really good. Oh yeah, I can't wait till Sparking Zero comes out. I will not buy that myself though. I'm not gonna buy a copy. Absolutely not. Because I have no use for it. But if I'll play that, my family will buy like 5 copies of that shit, and they'll play it like constantly. We'll play that shit like 17 times, trying to capture the old days, the good old days, and we'll have a good, fun old time. Cause I don't think there's a single anime game that I'd pay full price for. Not anymore. Unless if they make a fucking Chainsaw Man game though, I'm not gonna lie, I will find the budget. I will find the budget for a Chainsaw Man game. I will find the budget. I will mark that in. Even if the game, I am literally to the point where like there are certain franchises, like if they make a Berserk like adventure game, like you know, not a Musou game. Honestly, if how much is the Berserk? Because the Berserk Band of the Hawk game, it looks interesting, but I don't think I'd pay $20 for it. I'd pay like 5, maybe 10 for that. Right. Chainsaw Man fighting game would be cool. I think Chainsaw Man would work better as like a I don't know, like a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot kind of thing. Graphical overlay is nice. Yeah, this graphical overlay is cool. This game actually has a full screen mode, but it makes me motion sick, so I use the 4x3 mode. I wish they still made point and click adventure games. I don't know why, but Chainsaw Man feels like it'll work good as that. There's no investigation in Chainsaw Man. I just think that it's like Akira, where it's like there's this Akira. No, actual motion sickness. Yeah, okay. So like this here, right? Not actual. I don't usually have motion sickness, but like this right here, like if you play like this, right? I don't know. That's this freezing thing. It just feels too close. It actually does make me a little bit motion sick, and I never get motion sick. But like, it just feels like a little. It's like wildly. It flails around. The camera flails around like wildly, especially because my monitor is fucking huge. My monitor is fucking gigantic. I have a double monitor spread because I needed it for work one time, and I made sure like I didn't like splurge on the monitor. It's like 1440p monitor. I could have got a 4K monitor, 8K monitor, or whatever. Yeah, great monitor. But this thing's fucking gigantic, right? And every time I try to play a game, it's like I have to be careful because because the monitor is so big and so close to me. Any kind of motion makes you feel kind of like, you know, any kind of absurd like motion makes you kind of sick or something. So let's play this on TV. Yeah, TV. That's why I play like a lot of games. I try to play games on TV, but that's why I don't play games on my PC very much. That's been an issue with me because, you know, I'm always like, why can't I play games? The Steam Deck is a very comfortable way to play games. I very much love the Steam Deck. Love Steam Deck. Also, I'm not gonna make it this time. I keep going to the same stage. Wasn't that supposed to give me more time? Oh, jeez. Oh, no. It is very much optics. Wait, I'm just saying though, like, you know, the best Dragon Ball game, and this is the weirdest opinion to have, but the best Dragon Ball game besides, like, I don't know, Fighters, because Fighters obviously is like, you know, it's an Arc System Works fighting game, right? Basically, when Fighters got announced, that was basically the fucking dream game. You know what I mean? Like, we're so spoiled by Fighters at this point that we're asking for Budokai Tenkaichi back, dog. Budokai Tenkaichi is very fun, and I am excited for this game to come out because it's like super, you know, but like Fighters like was literally like the hypest shit of all time. Like when that shit got announced, people were like screaming, they're like going over the trailer 5 times over. I mean, Dragon Ball fans are fanatics anyway, but like, yeah, it's like the same thing. Like, I don't know, people creaming shit over it. Budokai, I don't know. Oh yeah, my favorite Dragon Ball game probably, okay, besides Hyper Dimension. Hyper Dimension is my I have a cartridge of it, so I'm gonna say I always was, I don't know, I wanted Hyper Dimension so bad because it's like, it's my vibe. I don't know, super vibey game. Besides Hyper Dimension, my favorite Dragon Ball game that's like, I don't know, besides like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and maybe like Fighters probably, is Super Sonic Warriors 2. Super Sonic Warriors 2 is like, and also I think that is also by Arc System Works. I don't know, probably is. But Super Sonic Warriors 2 is like the most underrated anime game of all time. Super Sonic Warriors 2 is fucking insanely good. It's not like good in the case of like, you know, oh, this game's like competitively viable. It's good in the case of, it's like the most fluid, and it makes you feel like you're playing the anime, like, and it's just like the funnest one in terms, it's like, it just feels great. It just feels great to play. Underrated as shit. Super Sonic Warriors. Yeah, that shit was like, you dash back and forth, up and down, side to side. Those battles were tense. The soundtrack, you're right, the soundtrack was crazy. The battles are hard. There's like this event mode or whatever. You have like these insane battles, man. It's like a great game. Super Sonic Warriors 1 was pretty good too. Like, I think it was great. Super Sonic Warriors 1 was great. But the fact like Super Sonic Warriors 2 had like 3 that other games, I don't know. I think it's underrated. That's my issue with it. It's like, if it was more rated, people thought about it more, then I probably wouldn't feel as strongly about it. But I think that it's not getting any kind of its dues deserved. Because that game, especially for the time it was made, like, you don't understand. 2005, 2006, like, what was there? There was Dragon Ball Z Toshinden, dog. Dragon Ball Z on Game Boy with the card game gameplay from the NES games. People were starving. Even in Japan, they were starving. And then you have Dragon Ball Z Super Sonic Warriors coming in with the best fighting, like the most fun fighting that's even that rivals the fucking console games. Great game. Yeah, that would have fit for the SNES. Super Sonic Warriors would not have fit in the SNES because if you look at Dragon Ball Z, what's it called? Dragon Ball Z, like Super Butoden, all the Super Butoden games, those games were slow as shit. Those games were like slow and like had like maybe like 8 characters at most, some of them. Like Super Butoden was like the definition of mid, even for the time. I guess like it's good in the case of like relative to like the time because Street Fighter 2 or whatever. It's not Sailor Moon R tier, you know what I mean? It was a decade like Drops of Battle God. Yeah, there was like nothing. Like what? Like reruns of GT, anniversary specials. It's like Akira Toriyama was like, you know, just chilling. I don't know. There's certain things of like, you know, I don't know. The games were carrying. The games were absolutely carrying. You know what I mean? Games were absolutely carrying the franchise at that point. And the reruns, obviously. I think it was just the fact that like even in like the US, where Dragon Ball Z was just getting started, like 2000 like 1, 2, 3, right? Like by 2010, we're like, is there anything else? Japan was like, this is like an old franchise at this point. There's like old as shit. GT is crazy. So much potential. Yeah, they had no idea. If GT had at least like one person that had a conclusive director's vision, then they could have made it into something at least unique. Like if they had like, this is what Dragon Ball, that's still what I'm scared about with Dragon Ball, right? Dragon Ball, like as a franchise or whatever, like Akira Toriyama is a unique person. He's a distinct writer, a manga artist, right? He's an artist. He's a person with a distinct vision, inspirations, and all that shit, like ideas, right? The Dragon Ball is one of those franchises that has gotten to the point where it's like it needs to be self-piloting, but they're not hiring anyone with like any ideas. They're hiring people with Dragon Ball ideas, not with unique ideas. Thank God I'm finished with this stage, by the way. You know what I'm saying? We'll do the option that doesn't make sense. Like the Piccolo dying thing. What were they thinking? Literally, what were they thinking? Legitimately, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? I have no idea. What were they cooking? I have no idea what they're cooking. I think the baby saga was interesting, but the whole thing with Dragon Ball is that, like, you know, Dragon Ball is in a cycle. It's stuck in a cycle. And now that Akira Toriyama has passed, it's going to internally be in a cycle of, like, okay, with other franchises, right? Like Mario. With Mario has people with ideas. They let people have ideas with Mario. They don't always let them go super hard with them. But at least with the, you know, sometimes with the RPGs or with Mario Wonder recently, they let them like at least do a lot of like different things they had ideas for. They're like, all right, as long as you keep the baseline the same, you can kind of like do a lot of different things as long as you reach the same conclusion. Like Mario beats Bowser in this 2D game. That's the general gist we wanted to go through, all right? But Toriyama couldn't carry the franchise. He got so much bigger than he could control. Exactly. When a franchise gets big, it loses its identity. Dragon Ball GT it does have an identity, but it is not a creative project. It is a cynical project from the base level. Dragon Ball Super is a very cynical project. I think it's even more cynical than GT. GT, I don't know which one's more cynical, honestly. I mean, I know Super had Akira Toriyama involved, but I guess Super was like kind of iterating off of an actual genuine, like, you know, return to the franchise. I don't know how involved he was with Battle of Gods. I don't know. Either way, I think both of them were like, you know, results of it becoming a franchise rather than like the continuation of a natural story. I think Super is, you know, has enough moments that do feel like iterations of previous Dragon Ball ideas where it makes sense. GT just feels like they were kind of like, I don't know what to do. It did have interesting vibes, interesting like ideas, but I don't think it seems more cynical in terms of just like, especially being immediately after and being anime only. I don't know. It was even modern. I don't know. I do think Super does rehash a lot of shit. Try being their own thing, didn't have a clue. I don't know. I think the context of GT just being like, we need more Dragon Ball after like Dragon Ball Z ended. What are we gonna do? I think that feels more cynical in the first place, but Super also being like a nostalgia cash grab is definitely fit. I think I give GT the break. I'll give GT the break here because Super is like long after Dragon Ball, like, you know, like they ran out of stuff. So, you know, they're bringing it back because they just need more stuff to market. GT was like, well, we have this and let's keep it going for, you know, a little while longer because it's just like we have a fan base that's just like wants to see more Goku, I guess. I don't know. They're both pretty cynical, but I think that Super just feels, especially because Super, yeah, you're right. Super rehashes a lot of stuff. When I saw that Jiren shit, like the Jiren's backstory was the most disappointing thing I heard in my life. I like Super, like, at the time. Super was hype at the time. Super was cool at the time. But Super proves to me that anime fans do not, like, seasonal anime fans do not have any standards in terms of the long-term storytelling. Because I knew from the moment, I was like, this storyline's ass, but I like the way they, I like the excitement of seeing a new Goku transformation. I like these, and I like, yeah, it's hype, but it's like hype without any substance, you know? Like Dragon Ball, there's enough substance where people can make what if stories and shit. And it was crazy that Dragon Ball isn't even like that substance. It's not even like that substantial of a show in the first place, right? Like, you know, there are themes, there is depth to Dragon Ball, but it's not like aimed to be like this super thematically deep show with like all this shit, like, you know, every single fucking like inch be like, you know, I'm not gonna fucking suck Chainsaw Man, but I'm just saying like it's not like Chainsaw Man because, you know, Akira Toriyama is not aiming for that kind of thing. He's aiming for like a, a martial arts show, and he likes, martial arts movies, he likes comedy, he likes that kind of shit. He likes drawing cool bikes and shit. And I'm just saying that, like, if you want to make a show like that, you don't have to have all this fucking thematic depth and all this shit. But I'm saying there is depth there that the other versions don't have, by virtue of being by an artist that is a writer. Akira Toriyama is a writer. He's not the best writer. He has made mistakes, but he is a writer. The other Dragon Ball Evolutions, Dragon Ball Evolutions, don't think about that one. The other Dragon Ball shows did not have a writer. They had like people who like continue. They had like, okay, I'll say GT had writers. They just did not know how to rationally continue where the characters would leave off. Super did not have a writer. They had like a fucking AI. They had, what would Goku do next? Transforming as Goku Blue now, Goku Red now, Goku with energy, Goku white hair, Goku that dodges everything. That's Super. It'd be depthful, be light, it's easy going, too hard to care about. I think that I don't know. I think there is genuine depth to Dragon Ball. There's genuine, because the character arcs are like, by virtue of having character arcs with a defined beginning, middle, and end, there are a lot of details that it could, like the Vegito character arc is fairly depthful. And if you read it in like the version of a novel, you say, okay, there's a lot of symbolism here. Like the Vegeta like changing his clothes over time, that's symbolism. That's depth. That's Vegeta, his rivalry with Goku becoming an Earthling. There's a lot of depth there. There's a lot of stuff to chew into, right? The Trunks saga, the way he saw his old world. I don't know. I think there's a lot of depth to be had. I think Gohan and like Piccolo's like whole it's his thing with his past, and there's like a lot of stuff that does chew his identity. Exactly. There's a lot of stuff to chew on. I think the issue with like Super is that none of the characters are dynamic. The dynamic characters are not believable. There's no like characters that you want to like look into more, because they're not written by a writer. They're written by someone who needs more characters because they need Goku to do more shit. You know what I mean? That's my issue with Super. I have gigantic issues with Super. I think it's just like the fact that it's just not, you go on there, do it. So Dragon Ball can be that full. It has obviously to be light, but the problem is that if it's too easy going, it becomes hard to care about it. The series also struggled with balancing stakes, so also had to follow the formula. Yep, you're right. As soon as they introduced the Dragon Balls being able to just, any issue we have, just heal it with the Dragon Balls. You ruin the stakes of the entire series. I think Akira Toriyama specifically did that so he couldn't keep it on going forever. But then they realized, wait a second, the series is popular. We have the like saying with GT, they realized that shit. They're like, oh, we can't have the Dragon Balls do everything, so we have to have Omega Shenron fucking kill the Dragon Balls. We can't use them anymore. I wish they continued the series after that, so they had actual states, but that's like the final thing. I'm like, it's kind of funny, like the way the anime did it was like the Dragon Balls have become such a crush for their writing that like if you getting rid of the Dragon Balls is their final challenge, because they need because having any snakes is like a horrifying, like, oh no, yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, I don't know. I think the consequences of Dragon Ball. I think that again, there's GT had GT has its ups and downs. I don't think I ever watched GT all the way through. I've watched a various episodes of GT. I watched clips and episodes and shit. But I don't think I'll ever do a watch through of GT. I don't think I'll ever do a full watch through of Dragon Ball Z again, honestly. I actually did a fair amount of, I think the most recent Dragon Ball thing I've absorbed officially is like either Super, obviously, and then the Dragon Ball Original. I watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Original. It was like this, there's a summer where I was watching a lot of anime. Oh, what the fuck? I watched a lot of anime. There's a couple summers I did that. I can't do that anymore. I don't know. It's not my thing. I have to move. Oh god, I have to go clean my bathtub. I have to pack my shit. I have to go get boxes. I gotta go reserve a truck. Oh god, I gotta ask people for money because I can't afford the boxes. Oh brother, you know what's crazy about anime is that anime is so interesting in the case of the availability of it. Because the more stuff is available, the less people actually watch it. I don't know. No, I'm saying no. The more stuff's available, the less people will actually like want. What's it called? I'm trying to say here. the more available an anime is, like the less critically acclaimed it will become over time because people actually watch the fucking series. Like you can't find boxes on the street. Why do people just saying that? But do people just have like cardboard box? What kind of streets do you have there? We don't even have. What do we think we have on the streets? We have bushes. We don't even have side. We just have bushes on the streets. We don't have anything. We don't have people on the street. We don't have. We don't have anything. There are no. America is not full of people. It's full of cars. What do I keep telling you? Come on. What's I saying? I can't find boxes on the goddamn street. People have told me that like 5 times. No, I can't find fucking boxes on the street. You know, we should have. Man, I want. Man. Also, I don't want those boxes. It's been raining here a lot, by the way, so I don't want those boxes to be fucking moldy and shit. You expect to find cardboard around? Nah, I don't see it anyway. I don't see it. I especially because, you know, again, it's raining. It's raining all the time. Like maybe in a place where you got like a ton of people just like, especially because like, you know, I'm packing heavy shit, so it's not like I can get like shitty cardboard boxes either. I have to get like actual like, you know, like the big ones and the dense shit, you know, you know what I mean? Like it's like the good shit, you know? Like this is not the first time I've moved. I know. Can you find on the street? No, there's nothing on the street. All that's on the street is like not even dogs. People don't even take out their dogs anymore. No, I'm joking. I don't know. But yeah, it's like why people keep saying that. They're just in a different world than I've never seen a fully formed, able to be used cardboard box on the street in my life. And I have looked. Big city, not big city. I'm in a fairly big city, honestly. So dig trash. I don't know. No, okay. There's no you know it's illegal to dig trash, right? I mean it's not. It's illegal in the case of like, I don't care if it's illegal or not. I'm saying it's illegal in the case of they will like be like, why are you digging the trash? They'll make a big deal out of it being illegal. You know what I mean? Like, and even if that's the case, I could ask people for their cardboard boxes. That'd be a better thing. Like, oh, do you have any cardboard? Like, go to a store, ask people for their cardboard boxes. That would be a good idea. I think that's a rational thing to do. You know, digging in the trash randomly for cardboard boxes, I'm like, that's kind of a little much, you know? I feel like, you know, it's a little much. I don't know. I think it's good to reuse them. Good to reuse cardboard boxes if you could find them. But people have said that to me so many times. No, older people specifically. I'm like, there's a clear difference in the way that we are perceive the world. Older people have a weird idea of how the world works, by the way. I think it's just very funny because they think that, oh, you can just go into a fucking place and give an application to somebody and find a job. That's just interesting. I just think that's funny. I have never been able to go into a place and give an application to somebody and find a job. I have never once been able to walk into a store and give somebody an application. Never. They always say go online. From the fucking jump. Even when there wasn't even anywhere online to look, they always said go online. What the fuck? Even when they didn't have any place to, like, what website should I use? I don't know. Find it online. Motherfucker. Yeah, they do based on their, like, the 70s, yeah. Like the 80s. Maybe the 90s. Go on, Huffington. I'm saying I have to be very detailed whenever I talk about how shitty the job market is now. I have to be very, very detailed. And even then, I don't think they truly get it. But I'm saying, like, if you talk to somebody who's like, you know, older, like in their like, you know, 60s, 70s, 80s, like, you know, if you talk to them in detail about how shitty the job market is, they just won't believe you. They're like, you'll be fine. Just go and shake his hand. Whose hand? You know, the manager. Who's the manager? It's the manager's just some kid working in the front. How are they? They're fucking working 5 jobs at once. Just go online, and then you go online, right? Go online, and it's like whatever. Actually, I'm done on this topic. Actually, I keep talking about this topic every fucking morning, every day and night. I'm done. I was saying the Sega Saturn's like the best console, man. Best console. You don't know why it's cool console? I think the only reason I worked with Sega Saturn is because it's a D-pad focused console with 6 buttons. I think the N64, I am not a big fan of the N64 because, you know, analog stick. I don't know. I'm a D-pad person. I am not the biggest fan of any N64 game. Not even Ocarina of Time. I think like the best game on the N64 is probably Mario 64. Probably Kirby 64. Kirby 64 is probably the best game on the N64. Maybe Mischief Makers, but I haven't played enough of it to say for sure. In fact, they deleted reviews like you get a job as a lottery is like a few $1 million. Yeah, basically. I think the issue is that we don't even have like the opportunity to like, you know, give that shit anymore. You know, if I put it into a job site and I get a thing. Oh, I love Kirby 64. I love Dreamland 3 and Kirby 64 is pretty cool. There's this one video watched by a YouTuber named Lutz and very good stuff. 60-Man 64. Superman 64, I will admit, I will say, Superman 64 actually has pretty good vibes. Not good vibes, their vibes are rancid, but like interesting vibes. Like, Superman 64 is like the epitome of like unfinished 3D game. Like, Superman 64 is like kind of like a horror game in a way. Like, it's like if they made they should make an analog horror after Superman 64. Absolutely, 100%. Also, I'm getting fucked up by this fucking card thing. Can you tell this is Battleland Wonderworld? Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell? The factory, oh yeah, the factory part, yeah. I should be playing Kirby 64 on this bullshit. After I lose to this boss, I'm gonna play Kirby 64. Because I'm done. I don't think, I'm very disappointed that that Nights in the Dream is not as, I don't know. It's not as easy to control as I thought it would be. It's kind of interesting. Once I figured it out, it's kind of cool. But you know, I don't think it's like, you know. Hold up, maybe I might win this. What the fuck? Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, no, I'm cooked. It's over. It's over. Night over. Yeah. Nights is cool as shit, but like, it's a vibe game, not a gameplay game. You know what I mean? Like, Shenmue, I'd buy Shenmue for vibes. I would not buy Shenmue for the gameplay. I'd buy like Resident Evil 1 on PC, the one on GOG for Nights, for the vibe. Resident Evil. I buy Dino Crisis because I like dinosaurs. You ever watch Parasite Eve? You ever like play Parasite Eve? Also, yeah, this entire, I want to see the remastered version real quick, actually. I'm genuinely curious about like how it looks, not by like, you know, I'm just kind of curious. And I also wonder if they changed the music that much. They did not change the music. Thank God. I like the music a lot. The sauce is gone. I do like I like Nights. I don't know. It might control a little better actually. It's a little smoother at least. But the issue is that the vibes are gone. The whole point of playing Nights in the Dreams is the vibes. You know, you take what you can get. It looks alright. It looks pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like I fetish over the fucking like oh man, the graphics, like all that shit. Like I think this is a perfectly good remaster of the game. Perfectly fine. Runs very well. Very smooth. Controls slightly better, I think. Modern Nights game looks very. There actually is a Nights game on on Wii, which is not modern at all anymore. Let's not even pretend. Like, if you call 2009 Wii game modern, then you live in 1876. Like, you know, it's not modern, but it's a little bit more modern. Like, it's weird how Nights and Klonoa have the same franchise trajectory. I can't get over that. Except Klonoa had much more games somehow. It had like 5 games, and like Knights had like 2. I don't know. I think Knights is just a very vibey game, you know. But I also, yeah, 60 FPS is a very big difference in terms of like the game feel. But I just can't get over the vibes. It's not retro. It's being sold at retro stores. It is retro by definition. The people who say the DS is not retro need to fucking get in the nursing home. That shit is 20 years old. Go. The Wii is definitely retro. That's just 2006. Go. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is retro at this point. Go. I think Borderlands 2 might actually become retro soon. Borderlands 2, we're reaching the point where Borderlands 2 genuinely is by retro. Also, Borderlands 3 was such a flop that I don't even want to see Borderlands 4. I think Borderlands 2 is probably, I guess 1 was pretty good. I didn't play much of 1 though. GameStop over and, oh yeah, they have they said, they like, I always see like this here, like, we're trading in retro games now. Trading your retro games at like your local game store, right? And they have like Wii on there, DS, PSP. Like, yeah, go to show. Every time I see those posts, I think the only post that surprised me was that, it was like, nah, I don't think there's any post. Because anytime someone says, X year game is X year, do you feel old yet? I'm like, I don't feel old yet. Because I still have the joy of creation in me. I don't look towards the past for all of my sense of self. Because why am I even playing this? I just realized I was just checking it out. But yeah, that's enough Nights in the Dreams for now, alright? It's enough Nights in the Dreams, okay? Because I don't know. Let me play another game. There's some game I want to play. What is it called? Oh, Kirby 64. No, you're right. I'm nostalgia pilled. I just be lying. I just be lying. Yeah, I'm nostalgia pilled. I'm 100%. I just be lying. Am I not allowed to lie? Is lying illegal? Is lying illegal? Come on. Is lying illegal? Listen. I wish I you got me. The real question is, I think the 3DS is like not retro though. Not close. But it is hurting me that Kid Icarus Uprising is like 12 years old. Because I remember the day I bought it. I remember the fucking day I bought it. It came with the like 3DS kickstand and everything. Like, that's how people feel about like Mario 3, I assume. And Kid Icarus Uprising is probably the greatest game that that Nintendo refuses to acknowledge right now. That used to be Thousand Year Door. Now it's Kid Icarus Uprising. Mother 3, obviously Mother 3 is like one of those things, but you can't count Mother 3 because Mother 3 doesn't. No, I don't count Mother 3 as a Nintendo game. Mother 3 is not a Nintendo game anymore. It's a Shigesato Itoi joint. It's like the equivalent of like. It's like if you know. I don't know. It'd be like if Suda51 collaborated with like Nike. That would be a fucking Nike shoe. It'd be a Suda51 shoe. You know what I mean? Like it has to get new characters, right? Yeah, sure. Whatever makes you feel good. Let's play Kirby 64. Find it. Bomberman 64 honestly I have right here, I have every single worthwhile N64 game. There's like a page. I have like triple the amount of PlayStation games downloaded, and I still have some shit missing, especially some fan translated shit. But I have firmly every N64 game that I really feel like looking at, except maybe like Sin and Punishment, and like maybe Perfect Dark or something. But all these other all these games are like maybe like 20 games here, and I think that's all pretty much all. But yeah, let me get the RetroArch out. Magical Tetris Challenge. Small, small turtle house. Think about being a streamer. Not streaming, not being a streamer, streaming. Parallel movement. I think Lupin's a little better for that. I don't know. Let's see if it works. Quiet ass game. What is oh, that's cool. Oh, cool. Is it actually this quiet, or is it like? Yep. Oh, it actually is super quiet. Okay. Oh, it's because I have Give me a second. You can barely hear it. Cause I have RetroArch low all the time. Can hear it a little better now. Kirby. Look at this shit. Oh nah. The frame rate's ass though. Is it gonna be gameplay apps or is it just that menu? I think it's just that menu. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it feels okay. It feels good enough. Oh. I don't know why, but it's actually loud now for me. Yeah, Kirby's like goated, I will say. Kirby is like a I guess Kirby is like, yeah, no, I'm nostalgia pilled because Kirby is like an old friend to me. One of the first games I ever played was Kirby. I want to say, what the fuck? Why is it sharp like that? You can tell his emulator's kind of fucked up. Whatever, I don't care. You ever notice how people who are like staunch real hardware users are either like rich 20-year-olds who don't know they're middle class, or like fucking like middle-aged men who are like giving FPGA consoles and shit? Like, dog, calm down. I hate that shit. But you know, I feel like I should stop engaging with like, okay, now this emulator's kind of fucking up. Why? I think there's an issue with RetroArch. I think there's a genuine issue with RetroArch. I think there's an issue with RetroArch because I can't play Mother 3 on it, and this is bad. This is bad. Yep. Anyway, there's another game I could play though. It's like Kirby, but not even close. But kind of like Kirby. I found this game called it's like Frog something. Oh, I never played One Shot. Oh, I could play DuckTales. I never actually played yet. I don't know. I don't feel like it. There's actually a lot of games I own that I. Oh yeah, I do own Contra. Contra. Sega Bass Fishing? Why aren't we funding this? Let's see. Pom Pom. Spin a wheel, choose game. No, thank you. I don't like that kind of randomness in my life. Piku Niku. Pizza Tower is only 200 megabytes. Wow. I just gonna play Pizza Tower. No, Pizza Tower is too typical. I played the Pizza Tower. I can handle. You're right. I can handle it. So I won't do it. I don't get peer pressured. I'm autistic. I don't care about what you think. Sonic Mania, Iconoclasts, Master Blaster. Am I right? Oh, this is a game. Okay, this is a game I always I like to show people because it makes me feel happy. I like this game. I wonder if I streamed it before. I would play Sega Bass Fishing, but I'm scared that'd fuck up too. Do I have this on here? Do I have to like alt tab? No, I have to alt tab. Okay. Tori 3D, baby. We're gonna play Tori 3D, but not like British people. British, I say. Tori 3D. Never capture cursor. It's gonna be a little bit off. So, and there we go. I think I gotta figure out what's wrong with RetroArch, but it doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters. That's one thing. Well, Fez, let me tell you. There's one thing about life you'll never expect. New soundtrack. Let's go. There's one thing you'll never expect from me. It's Tori. I finished this game a couple of times. I don't know how to unlock these other characters. Yeah, I got C's on everything. I have to probably get like all the stars in every level, and then I have to go like. Yeah, this is a speed run game basically. I like to play this game. This is just like a very cool game. I own Tori and Tori 2. They're making Tori Saturn, so yeah. It's just like $2, I think. It's probably on sale on Steam. This is like the best cost. Like, I think Tori is just a very fun game. I am a very you know, I think the types of games I play a lot of Mega Man 9. I play Mega Man 9 like over and over again. Or like Mega Man 2. I play Mega Man 2 just habitually. Not 3 though. 3 gets it's a little much. But like, this is the kind of game I'd play like, you know, 5 times just because of by virtue of you know what I mean. Right vibe. Yeah, this game's great. I don't think it really. I don't think it's I don't like the way it does vaporwave aesthetic. It seems like it's like, you know, I am stupid because I'm a fucking vaporwave elitist, aren't I? I'm like, this isn't the right vaporwave aesthetic. Like, dog, calm down. But it kind of isn't. Like, I don't know. It you know, it kind of like certain. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like the Outrun aesthetic is not the same way. It's not the same thing as vaporwave. It's like people saying like grunge is not the same. Like the Alice in Chains grunge and the Melvins grunge, they're different. They're different grunges. Mudhoney is not the same as Alice in Chains. All right, I'm just saying. Mudhoney is not the same as fucking what's it called? As Pearl Jam. God damn it. They're different vibes. What do you mean say? The whole of heavy grunge. Melvins was literally like the inventors of grunge, at least at the beginning. The whole point was grunge is that it's like metal and punk mixed together, and then a little bit of pop afterwards. And I think the shit got mixed to be hard rock when it shouldn't have been. I think, you know, I don't mind either of those bands. I don't mind Alice in Chains. I think their I liked their other album. I think it was kind of cool. I liked, you know, their 95 album, like their 95 album. I don't mind Pearl Jam. I don't mind them, but I'm saying they're not the same type. I don't even think, honestly, I'm kind of debating on if Nevermind is grunge. Honestly, that's how deep I am to this shit. I'm like, oh yeah, the quintessential grunge album, not grunge, but I'm kind of like, the whole point of grunge was that it's supposed to be grungy, and like, Nevermind, you know what I mean? It's like, it's grunge, but it's not grunge. You know what I mean? I'm stupid. I'm super, this is the worst take I have, but I genuinely kind of like think the whole point of grunge is to have the shitty production, you know? Like, Bleach is grunge, 100%, 100,000%. Nevermind, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's my shittiest take. I have very bad takes sometimes, but you know they're my takes. I'm the only person who's ever had the take that Nevermind is kind only like is less grunge than Bleach is. I don't know. It's this band emo. Yeah, it's like the same shit. Like, I don't fucking know. Does it matter? Doesn't really. I think I'm self-aware about how stupid this shit is. Genre is a fucking myth. Genre is a fucking myth. What is post-punk? King Cruel is post-punk. Fucking, what's it called? Oh, fuck. God damn it. King Cruel is post-punk. Joy Division is post-punk. Danny Brown is post-punk. Every fucking thing's post-punk, god damn it. Bleach is way more grunge. It is way, exactly, you get it. It's way more grunge. There's more and less grunge, you know what I mean? This is band emo, this is band metal. Website is like, grunge is too nebulous of term, makes sense of it. Yeah, you're right. It's just band emo. It's a joke. It's a joke fucking website. Yeah, no, genres are stupid. But I'm just saying, by the history of the grunge was not even a label people wanted. Grunge was listen, I studied my shit. I know grunge was a fucking journalist, like kind of weird, like dismissive label actually at first. Like it's kind of, I guess the Seattle sound makes more sense as a label for those bands. But I'm saying that in terms of like the original definition of grunge being a mix of punk, like I just like, what's it called? Like metalcore, but like sludgier, right? I don't know. Label music based on how much Beatles it is. Now you're talking. There's like is play on the, okay, chat. On the scale of Beatles, how much is Playboi Carti? On a scale like 0 to 100% Beatles. What's the Beatles scale on Playboi Carti? I need this as a reference. I have my opinions right now, but I need to hear yours first because I need to share. I need to hear them fast because I'm waiting to share this shit. I have a very bad opinion on this particular imaginary question. 40% Beatles. 40% is such a specific ratio. Probably a 2 or 3. Really? Wow. This is interesting because this is like 100% subjective based on what people imagine the Beatles is. I'm thinking Playboi Carti is like 60% Beatles. I'm not gonna lie. I think Beatles is like mostly the songwriting like structure more than anything. You know what I mean? Like there's a songwriting structure, the experimentation, and the particular like time period. It's a mix of those things. So I think that if we view Playboi Carti in the lens, if there was a 1960s Playboi Carti, he would be 60% Beatles. Noise music being 0% Beatles, and being that one Yoko performance. I guess you're right because I guess yeah, when the Beatles were together, they didn't have much Yoko, they didn't have much noise. I don't know. Revolution 9 kind of proves to me that's at least like depending on the noise. Okay, sampling. Okay, here's the deal. You know that one vaporwave album that goes rap 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 rap, and it goes una I otto una raton I moto. It goes. That's a little Beatles. That's like 5% Beatles. That's like Revolution 9 Beatles. That's like, you know, reversed string samples Beatles. You know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it. It's mildly Beatles. It's enough. Wait, I already did the stage. I'm trying to do this stage to get all the stars. He's entirely depending on the influence spread around. I think that Playboi Carti is significant enough Beatles that it's actually shocking. Because I'm just saying the repetition of Playboi Carti is a purposeful songwriting trait. People used to complain about that. Again, Playboi Carti is a genuine experimental artist. I don't know. The Beatles became genuine experimental artists over time. Playboi Carti has Playboi Carti has a strangely similar I think a lot of like the more interesting artists have like a strangely similar path as the Beatles. Like they start off derivative and cover album kind of stuff, and then they become, you know, explore more experimental based on like how many resources they have and access to other people that are inspiration to them, right? That's how many artists do it. Pretty much most artists do it, right? Some people just randomly get experimental out of nowhere. Some people, artists just like read a book one time, they're like, wait a second, I should make every song now about like the military or some shit. I don't fucking know. Cardi's more Yoko. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. Maybe I have to listen to more Yoko. I haven't listened to it. Maybe I haven't listened to enough Yoko Ono, but I think Yoko would be like Tom Waits. Gorillaz is kind of Yoko. Gorillaz is kind of Yoko pilled, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Actually, no. Gorillaz is John Lennon. Wait, no. Gorillaz is Paul McCartney. Nah, Gorillaz is John Lennon. Gorillaz is 100% John Lennon. I don't know. I'm just thinking about one yodeling song on The Fall, and I just can't get over it. It's kind of Yoko. Yoko, me and Paul, Ma and Paul. Hello, Ma. Yoko do Yoko would do Cardi ad-libs though. It's kind of fucked up, but you're right. You're kind of right. How? Okay, I need to know this. How Beatles is Death Grips? I think Death Grips is very high on the Beatles scale. I think Death Grips is like genuinely like 75% Beatles. They've mentioned the Beatles. They've like sampled the Beatles. They write like the Beatles. It's pretty Beatles. It's just like, it's very Beatles. It's very Beatles. They're very Beatles. Specifically MC Ride. I don't know. I think that MC Ride is just really a big Beatles fan, and then he just like wants, you know, what's his name, Andy, to sample them in the Money Store or whatever. You gotta sample that bell from Mother. You gotta do it. Come on, you gotta do it. Come, please, just this one time. Yeah. He's too mysterious, but no, he's 100% a fucking Beatles fanatic. 100%. He owned all the books. He watched the Yesterday movie in the theater. He's 100% a Beatles fan. I don't know. Everyone's a Beatles fan, but I don't know. MC Ride strikes me as like a dude who just really likes the Beatles. I'm just saying everyone's a Beatles fan. You know, it's not that unique, but I'm saying like how much you're a Beatles fan and how much inspiration you directly take from them actually is a actual, because, you know, if you say, oh, I like Nirvana, like, okay, it doesn't really say much about you as a person. But if you say, oh, I've listened to every Nirvana song 17,000 times, that says a little bit about you as a person, you know? If you say, oh, I like Taylor Swift, you know, everyone likes Taylor Swift. But if you say, oh, I've listened to fucking every Taylor Swift song, that says something about you, you know what I mean? Beatles fan, it's like being a fan of white bread. Exactly. But if you're a big fan of white bread, then people look at you weird. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I've bought Wonder Bread 17 times this month. Either you have a fetish or you really like Wonder Bread. In a good way though. I think if you just don't like the Beatles and you don't like white bread, then you will get looks in the other way. If you really like white bread to the point where it's obsessive, you will get weird looks. I think it's one of those things where it's like, if you like white bread the rational amount, you probably will just be like, oh, that's boring. But in any other, I eat Wonder Bread for every meal. You ever said, I write Jimi Hendrix? Jimi Hendrix is literally like 1 degree removed from the Beatles. He's like, yeah. MC Ride mentioned a Courtney, what the fuck? I forgot about that being there. MC Ride mentioned a Courtney Love lyric. I think it was like the it was the album title for like Pretty on the Outside. And I just can't get over that. Also, I tried to listen to the album. I don't know. It's okay. I think but I like that first track. When I was a teenage whore, my mother run me. I want to do a cover of that. My mother run me, I'm dead to let go. I love. Creepy, strange. This game does a good job of actually doing horror, because it's like the Mario piano theory, where it's like, yeah, the same place. Hanel. Hold up. Gotta do my gaming first. Give me a second. When I was a teenage whore, my mother. I like that song. So I hated being like hating all bread, which is way more weird. You're right. Because of Jimi Hendrix, didn't he live in the same place? Handel? Is it Handel? You look that up. Jimi Hendrix. Oh, the thing is, I don't know who Handel is. Who's Handel? Handel? Oh, Frederick Handel. Of course. George Frederick Handel. Who's that? The fuck?
Georg Friedrich Händel.
Oh, Georg Friedrich Händel.
Georg Friedrich Händel.
Georg Friedrich Händel.
Georg Friedrich Händel.
Georg Friedrich.
Georg Friedrich Händel. Georg Friedrich Händel.
I can sample that. Oh, Baroque, right? Of course. Händel. Oh, he wrote Hallelujah. Hallelujah. No, that wasn't him. That was Leonard Cohen. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm fucking with you, by the way. Paul McCartney watched Jimmy perform before he got big. Paul McCartney would. Paul McCartney. I love learning my Beatles history because it's so funny how people, yeah, I did before I learned about the Beatles, like the actual like shit, is that people assume that John was always the fucking artsy dude, the artsy fucker. And then Paul was the one going to all these weird shows and shit. Then corn afterworld. I was out of those afterworld, like when he dies or whatever. I was like, that's hard ass line. But he says afterward. I'm like, oh, like a book. That's kind of less hard. So I can't sigh eternally, because he used to get sigh eternally because you're in the afterlife. I don't know. I thought it was a hard line. Penny royalty. I should make a song right now. Also, these are terrifying. I don't know why. The fact that they just open up and they're snarling. They're way more creepy than any fucking horror game shit. I don't know. Low poly shit just does this. It just does it to me, man. I don't know, man. Stop snarling at me. Leave me alone. There's only certain things that actually scare me. Like, it's just like the contrast. So I can't sigh eternally. Whatever. Which one did I just do? This one? I just did this one. This is a pretty short game, actually. Neo Osaka, Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1 is actually scary. Dude, I only played the remake, but like, the fucking remake of Resident Evil 1 is like this fucking most terrifying game I've ever played. And I do not play horror games often, but like Resident Evil 1 I want to play this game so bad because the GameCube version looks amazing, and also that game was genuinely like one of the most engaging game experiences I've ever had in my life. And I actually, if I actually got into the Resident Evil series, I'm pretty sure I'd like it a lot, but I'm not really into horror that much. I don't know. I really don't like being scared. But like the GameCube remake of Resident Evil is actually one of the best games of all time, and I'll defend that position. And I'm not even a horror fan because it's like the matter of fact that you have the way that the game's laid out is very, very deliberate. The way I'm sure the PS1 version is very deliberate too. But the thing about the GameCube version is you have enough control where you feel like, you can get away from these horrible beings. And it's not like the control's fault, because with like everything except like the DualShock version or whatever, and also the I don't know, the DualShock, was the DualShock version the one that was like shitty music? I don't know. Or because you pee your pants. I do not like peeing my pants. Cold makes you depressed. I like that. Going after work, so I sense eternally. Dude, Resident Evil 1 is fucking insanely good. Awesome sound design. I'd say horror is like definitely most creative. I think horror is the genre that like I respect the most in terms of like, because they're always low budget. Like even the shittiest horror movies have some kind of charm to them, except like, I don't know, the shittiest horror movies, except like, okay, the shittiest indie horror movies have charm to them, even if they're like creatively bankrupt or something. I don't know. They're like, if you watch 1960s horror, 70s horror, right? Obviously, it's like, you know, everything that survived basically is like all like, you know, thing. If you watch like, you know, Evil Dead or Houseu or some shit, then yeah. You know, I watched fucking Manos, The Hands of Fate. I was like, dude, I think I unironically loved Manos, The Hands of Fate when I watched it. I was kind of locked in. Like, I don't know, man. Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, Night of the Living Dead was crazy. Director's cut was basically a director's cut. No, it wasn't director's cut because there was a DualShock version, because I remember the director's cut was on the PlayStation Classic, and that didn't have a DualShock controller because people were actually pissed it didn't have one. But I actually like the regular DualShock. I mean, I actually like the regular PS1 controller out of the DualShock better than the other one. It feels like a SNES controller. But aside from that, but that one had the original soundtrack, because I played a little bit of it and it had like the original stuff on it. I don't know. Edge Runner. But what I was saying about like, yeah, I think Resident Evil 1 Remake is like one of the best games of all time that I've ever played, because the resource management is like everyone wants to make a fucking survival game, right? I think old Minecraft, like before people like had wiki pages on Minecraft, they had that same feeling where like, you know, playing it, like I didn't play it entirely blind because I have terrible puzzles. I'm fucking awful at puzzles, but like the way you don't know like what's coming up next, or you don't know where to go, and you're like these like zombies, you kill them once but you have to burn them alive and you can't burn them all alive, so you have to like fucking like, you know which areas you're gonna have to go through like 50,000 times, or just like try and stab them with this puny ass knife. And it's like, and in the game like looks like visually looks amazing, because the pre-rendered graphics are like, it's not just like PS1 pre-rendered graphics where it's like, you know, like the charm is that it's like low resolution but high lighting. It's like it's mid, I think the resolution's, you know, perfectly fine, average resolution, but like the lighting is fucking insane. Like you compare like Resident Evil 1 original pre-rendered graphics, I like those pre-rendered graphics, but you compare that to the remakes pre-rendered graphics and you're like, oh my god, this is insane. Like I think like GameCube era pre-rendered graphics are like actually underrated. Like we're going to the point where actually, you know, I think pre-rendered graphics in general are becoming rated. They're not, you know, overrated. No, they're never going to be overrated. I think pre-rendered graphics are a niche enough technique where it's not going to be overrated, but I think people are realizing how cool they are, right? But the era where it's like high production value pre-rendered graphics, high resolution stuff, widescreen pre-rendered graphics or whatever, not widescreen, you know, like I guess potentially widescreen, those pre-rendered graphics, like company, like high effort, there's only like a couple of people who ever use pre-rendered graphics to that point, like what's it called, like, you know, Final Fantasy X or whatever, like kind of stuff, or was that 3D? Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, it's unknown. The unknown is crazy. The less you know of a survival, the more you feel anxiety. The resource management, exactly. The resource management. People overrate how like interesting, like people overrate how like the tank controls affect the game. I hate the tank controls. I don't like them because it just makes the game feel like a slog. You try to make a puzzle, oh, I have to turn around. Oh, the hell you turn around? You have to go, do the thing like, you have to fucking do it like a plane. You can't do that shit. You can't. Controls are super important for a game, and I don't think I've ever had a game where it has had controls that I consider bad and it's enhanced the gameplay experience. Every time graphics considered bad have enhanced the gameplay experience. That's vibe for me. Controls are a different story. I want smooth controls all the time. Although if it's, you know, smooth controls no matter the day, the era, that is a defining it's games. That's part of games. You can't have bad controls. You can't have shitty unless it's part of the game design. You want deliberate controls, I guess. Deliberate controls. If you have, you know what I mean? Maneuvering the games like hassle. Yeah, exactly. It's just like annoying to play that game. It's annoying, genuinely. That's why but I think there's like Resident Evil 1 is great. I need to play Resident Evil 2 non-remake. I played a little bit of the remake, the demo of the remake. I've always saved the Resident Evil games for Halloween or whatever, October. And, you know, maybe I'll do it this time. I remember Resident Evil 1 was a very unique experience. I played that as like one of my first, you know, I played that like early on in my streaming career or whatever. And, you know, even though I was very alone, I had like, I think people watched for like I played through the entire game. It was like 20 hours. I don't know. It was like 10, maybe 15 hours, maybe 20. I don't know. I'm very slow at games. And people, I think I had people like actively chatting for like maybe 2 hours of that, which is actually pretty good for a small streamer. But like, you know, nobody's watching. But I was fucking locked in. And also because that game, right? It was scary because it's like, you know, being a streamer and being by yourself and like being by yourself in a stream is actually a weird, like, I don't know. It's a weird experience. There was a certain vibe to my early streams I will never be able to capture again. I don't know why. It's just being at my old place, being in the dark, 4 a.m. Particular way my life was at that point. Using a shitty VTuber model. Like, I don't know, man. Lost media maple aesthetic. I'm just saying. I have a couple unlisted videos that have that vibe. I might share it with somebody. I share it with Frank, but I'll never put. I don't know if I'll put those publicly. They're very embarrassing. But I'm saying, Cave Story. Yeah, Cave Story extremely responsive controls. Very much. So I like those like Japanese like games, like those It's World. It's like Super Nintendo version of Doom. You know what? Honestly, I respect that. Honestly, I'll say the Super Nintendo version of Doom is a very unique game. I'll give it that. I like, okay, like, I think I've played a lot of games where I like ironically enjoy it. I think like I play a lot of like shitty versions of games. I go through my ROM sets very frequently and just like you just check out random bullshit games, right? Like the Game Boy version of Street Fighter 2, right? I kind of appreciate how it is, but I don't think I enjoy it in the same way as I enjoy Resident Evil 1 remake, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, they're different enjoyment experiences. I enjoy Street Fighter 2 on Game Boy by virtue of its existence. I enjoy Resident Evil 1 remake by virtue of it being an immersive, engaging experience by itself without the context even, you know? I think there's a different enjoyments. I think that, you know, there's a lot of subtlety to the way they're different enjoyed, but yeah. So I think bad controls could be good for like, you know, that kind of enjoyment, a different kind of enjoyment of the game. But I think to have that immersive experience, I kind of need the game to at least control in the way it's designed, because Resident Evil 1 seems like it's a very like, it's designed. Of course, it's designed like that, but it doesn't seem like it's like designed it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the moment-to-moment gameplay is very well adjusted for that kind of like tank controls. There are certain games that tank controls actually does work well for. I don't know what they are, but I assume they exist. I don't know. Who would rather nostalgia pills? I don't know, man. Am I nostalgia pilled? Absolutely. But not as much as some other people. I'm not blind nostalgia pilled. I'm nostalgia pilled, not blind nostalgia pilled. It'll work for a gamer. I don't know. Having like the free analog stick movement works for me. I don't know, because Parasite Eve is my example for like a contrast to Resident Evil, because I know it's by Square, because I mean that's why I use that example. Or like I don't know if Dino Crisis 1 had the DualShock. I don't know. I didn't play much of Dino Crisis 1. I have to look at it again. But I remember playing Parasite Eve, and I remember that controlled very well, because you had like a lot of options. I should play Parasite Eve right now. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. Like for this instance, right? This stream right here. Oh yeah, I'm very nostalgic. I just realized I'm nostalgic for older streams. I'm nostalgic for like 2020 by virtue of, man, I don't know, I'm sentimental about random shit. I'm not sentimental about people as much as I thought I was. People, yeah, you know you one day, don't know you the next. Yeah, whatever. I guess it is. Yeah, and then fucking, I play fucking Earthbound again. I'm fucking crying. I'm like, damn, this shit's peak. Where have you been? Installed it for the dinner I had yesterday. I've installed it for the lost media dinner. The lost media dinner I had yesterday. The mashed potatoes and gravy I had. It's lost media, please. Recover. We should save all the lost media. We should save all of it so we can tell imagine you have something that's lost media, a holy grail of lost media, right? Like, I use the Cleopatra movie as my example because I'm just very enamored with its existence, or I guess non-existence at this point, right? And imagine that movie's fucking terrible. I imagine that movie's fucking dog shit. Imagine just randomly just devolves into just blatant racism halfway through or something. I don't know. Like, just something just completely horrid. I'm just like, wow. You know what I mean? I don't think I had a point to that. I just want to think about it. I just imagine. Kind of like an only place thing. Just imagine if you were like a giant goat and you said bat, you know? That's like one of those things. All the poodles I've ever had in my life. You know, what's it called? You gotta do hot sauce in my cup of noodles. Never mind. Shout out to Earl Sweatshirt's buddy. Was that Sage Alcester was on there? I think that was him. Yeah, shout out to Sage Alcester. I think he featured on that song. You know, I think it was Navy Blue is the same dude. I don't know. It's crazy how like someone could just like switch, change, become a different person in like a couple of years, you know what I mean? Wow. Thank you. I did this. For playing Tori 3D, a game by Marcus Horn. Port? What port? What do you mean port to like... Does this count? Is this a PC port? I know this is on Switch, but I don't know. Was it a port to PC? What's a font? A unique font? Could I make a game like Tori 3D? No. Could I make a soundtrack like Tori 3D? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like my soundtrack would have more sus. No, more sus. More sus. Yeah. I don't know. So trying to say, like, give me a second. You know what's crazy is that there's a lot of games out there. Right? Oh, Cave Story Secret Santa. Is that still on Steam, or is that just like, is it gone? I think you can still download it, yeah. Interesting. I don't know why people make like games that you can't people still think that like the cows took away the Cave Story IP permanently from Pixel. Shout out to Carol I'm gonna play Carol Blaster right now. I could finish Carol Blaster in like an hour. I should just play Mega Man. Just play Mega Man. I just have so many fucking games. I love Mega Man. Or Sam & Max Hit the Road. I tried playing that game and I was like, I'm not good at point and click adventure games. Yeah. Also, why does RetroArch keep crashing on me? Clash Man. Why does RetroArch crash? I pause. Do you hear that? Bubsy is coming to PC. Bubsy 3D. Bubsy 3D is coming to computers officially. You don't have to emulate the ROM anymore. I think you want to know that because I think that any fan of the Maple Milk channel, the Maple Milk supporters, the Maple Loud and Proud would be interested in that. The Bubsy 4D. You know that one game's like 4D chess? This is remake that, but like every time you move a piece, it should be like, it could possibly go wrong, you know? They should make another Beavis and Butthead game. They should just make games of just random old IPs. I mean, Beavis and Butthead is not as random as some other IPs, but I think like they haven't made a good Akira game. They made I guess like I like the Famicom game a certain amount. Actually, I don't know why. I'm a big fan of the Famicom game, but They should make a good. I should make a good Akira game. Should make a good chance on that game at some point. But never mind that. But Beavis and Butthead deserve another chance. I think Danny Phantom. They need to cook with Danny Phantom. Days of Our Lives deserves a new game. Golden Girls. There was this game. Hold up. I just remembered. There's this game on Twitter that I followed, like Golden Girls Persona or something. Golden Girls Take Manhattan DX. What happened to them? We need to cancel a game? Oh. It's so over. I'll post it here. I'll post it in the server. It's so over. I need a second. October 30th? This is like finding out your fucking... Like finding out... Oh. Say it ain't so. Golden Girls Take Manhattan DX has been canceled for almost a year. No one told me. Rip the homie. It's so over. It's never been more over. All these good games coming out and we're stuck without Golden Girls. I need a second. I need a moment. There's gonna be Persona, but Golden Girl. I don't even like the Golden Girls. I never watched a single episode of my life. Imagine that. You know what? If this was a Fresh Prince game, it would survive then. God damn it. Betty White died for this. I just realized. What was over there? Why is it over there? That's constantly in the 64, GameCube, Wii, and Switch. Switch, probably. I mean, I hate to say it, but Switch is definitely like the best console in terms of just like... I will say Switch, GameCube... No, actually no. Switch, Wii, because GameCube... Yeah. Switch, Wii, GameCube, N64. I'm an N64 hater. I don't care. Quest 64 is probably the best game on 64. Yeah. Stuff Tory 3D, by the way. Let's go through my Steam library. I can't play Sakura Agent on stream, sadly. So, yeah. I can play Half-Life 2 Lost Coast, though, but I don't think, I played a little bit of Shovel Knight. Dude, I used to be able to play Shovel Knight. Like, I used to be able to speedrun Shovel Knight. I wonder if I could do that now. I could try. I used to be able to speedrun Shovel Knight. I used to be, like, beat in, like, an hour. I tried, there's this one achievement. I really tried to, like, do it, like, yeah, it's like beat Shovel Knight in an hour. I think I got, like, fairly close. I need to find the thing on that Shovel Knight. This one. I played a lot of Shovel Knight, dude. I played a fuck ton of Shovel Knight. I played a significant amount of Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight.exe. So true. I've not played it on Steam, though. I rebought it on Steam because I wanted to make sure I could play Shovel Knight again feasibly. But I played it all on Wii U. Wii U, man. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. So, yeah, how far did they get? I didn't get very far in this version. I just got to like the 3rd stage. I like to say Spectre of Torment is like probably the best one in terms of like gameplay. King of Cards, they added this card game. I didn't want to play it. I did like the way the gameplay was though. I don't like the card game though. I don't like any game that makes you play a card game. Even like Final Fantasy VIII triple triad shit. Like It could be the best card game of all time, but I don't. They don't make you play that. But I'm saying I don't want to play an RPG. Shovel Knight, you know, $45. What the fuck? They did up the price a lot on Steam. Like I bought Shovel Knight originally for like goddamn like 15 bucks, and when they said they're gonna add like DLC for free, I was cheering because I was like, I love Shovel Knight. Maple. 45. Is it actually $45? Like right now, if I check Steam, not because of Steam sale, but like despite the Steam sale. Let me see the store page. It is actually 40 bucks normally, and on sale it's $10. I think that is a little. Yeah, that is very high. Like it's new FIFA. I don't know. I will say, I think $30. I didn't need the King Knight one. If they didn't add the King Knight one, it was still 30 bucks. I was like, that's probably one. I think $40 is a little much. I think Spectre of Torment is good enough. I don't think the Plague Knight one is good enough for it to be like $10. I think 25. I think buy it on sale. 100%. Buy Shovel Knight on sale. $20 is a fair. I think it's a fair price. A little bit of a good deal. I think I paid. I think they very much overvalued the DLC's value, but I do say they should have upped the price from 15. I think 40 is a little much, but sale $19.99 on sale. 20 bucks makes sense. Everyone should be female. Women. Yep. Shovel of Hope. I watched this so many times. Yes. Let's just get to the goddamn game. I don't know. I think, yeah, the price proposition of... I gotta feel like... I don't know. I will say... Oh, yeah. Mobilize Yuri. I hope so. $50 for Super Meat Boy. Yeah, no. Super Meat Boy is like the definitive $5 game. I think $15 for when it came out is like a very... I think that's... yeah. Okay. Like, the thing about those early indie games is that they actually undervalue themselves, ironically enough. Because Spelunky, for $3, is actually a really good deal. Like, Spelunky is one of the best games I've ever played. Infuriating, horrifyingly, like, frustrating, but incredibly designed game. I'd probably pay like $5, maybe 10. Honestly, I think the fact that I'm on Steam makes you think of value propositions differently. If it was still Xbox 360 days, I'd pay like 20 bucks for it, honestly. But like, you know, things are different now. VVVVVVV, that's like, I'd pay like $3. I don't know. I never bought it still. It's not my kind of game. I think, it is kind of my kind of game, but it's not the kind of game I want to play right now. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not, it feels very British. I don't know why. You know, British, like, you know, Dizzy? If you know Dizzy, then you're like my class of nerd. If you know Dizzy and you don't, you're not in Europe. You might know, Frank might know Dizzy. But if you're not European and you know Dizzy and like fucking British microcomputers and shit, then you need to like go outside. Right now, in fact. I don't care how late it is. Just go out, take a breath, come back inside. Dizzy, that unlicensed NES game. Yeah, it is. But it's also a classic, quote unquote, for like the ZX Spectrum, all the old British microcomputers, like the BBC micro. I think it was on C64 and ZX Spectrum, if I'm correct. I don't think it was on the other ones. I don't think it was on BBC Micro. I don't think it was on Amiga or anything. But yeah. I'm glad I'm not into like those. I think if I ever start collecting again, which I hope I don't, collecting stuff out of books, I really don't want to start collecting anything out of books anymore. I don't collect anything really. It's kind of a bad habit. I don't really need anything else in my life. I think I need love. I think I need love and friendship before I need anything more objects. But if I collect anything, I'm firmly in like the Japanese games kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I like my Xbox though. I like my original Xbox. Okay, the original Xbox is so interesting. Actually, nothing about it. Every game I collected for the original Xbox was like a Japanese game though. I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the OG Xbox. I have fucking Jet Set Radio Future for OG Xbox. The 80s computers, Amiga 64. Yeah, oh yeah. The ZX Spectrum's like the worst one. People actually like use that as their computer. And then have to deal with like playing games with these weird ass colors. I'm like, man, these people were troopers, man. But it must have been like just how it was back then. You know how people just used to like play games on iPod Touch and then just like, you know, like playing games on iPod Touch, you know, like for me, yeah, it's, you know, it's pretty good. You know, it's not a terrible gaming experience, but I'm like other people looking at this say, oh, it's tiny. It's horrifying. It's small. How many plays on this? I'm like, Paper Tap was good. Tap Revolution was good. Paper, you know? Talented developers, well, what cost to barely process spreadsheets? Yeah, at some point you just gotta like, you know, like dog. What is this? You know what I mean? I think at a certain point you just have to like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's all I could say. I think the ZX Spectrum was like good at the time because it was like cheap. It was like the equivalent of like a shitty HP office computer you buy at like your local office store, you know? You don't buy it because it's like the gaming computer. You buy it because you need it to do math homework in school or something. Really talented developers, man. They really tried though. I don't know. Gaming is interesting, man. Gaming is interesting. You know, my favorite aesthetic that I don't think people talk about much is Apple, the original Apple computers in terms of games. I love their 1-bit shit. High resolution 1-bit games, man. Sorry, Uncle Specky. Yeah, what's it called? Oh, fuck. Oh, focus. They'll lock in. These slimes will get my ass. Shovel Knight's cool, but I don't know. Shovel Knight seems like it's past the prime now as a franchise. They're really trying to push Shovel Knight longer than it should have. Shovel Knight is like, it's like if they tried to push, like, I don't know, the guy from Limbo. If they tried to push the guy from Limbo super hard, like, I don't know. I heard Limbo's a good game, great game, but like, you know, like Shovel Knight was. It has a significant enough world for like 2 expansions. I think I don't think the King Knight was pushing it. I think I like the King Knight one in terms of gameplay. I think, you know, I think this is enough difference in gameplay, but they're kind of pushing it. Like the friend you had another you got to cut him off. Yeah, you know, this is like, yeah, it's like, I don't think you're evolving enough for me to keep up with you. I don't have the need for a 3D Shovel Knight game. You know what I mean? Like I'm glad that they're making a Zelda kind of game for you know, what's it called? I'm glad they're making a different kind of game. Is what I'm saying. Because if they can't survive, I don't like the idea of. I didn't like the idea of Shovel Knight Dig. I didn't like the idea of like, I don't know. There's like 15 different like. They're trying to do too much with it. You know what I mean? Shovel Knight was it's like, okay, like Shovel Knight wants to be Mega Man, but Mega Man wasn't even the way to do a Mega Man. Like Mega Man, no one liked Mega Man Soccer, you know what I mean? Like they, you know, they rented Mega Man Soccer because they had nothing else to do, but no one wanted to play Mega Man Soccer. It's like no one like is like adoring the Mega Man, the Shovel Knight puzzle game or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, but I think Shovel Knight's the equivalent of like, you know, the Mega Man main series. This game, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, is probably the main series. Oh fuck! Oh no! Fuck! Yeah, they're just doing too much with it. I don't know. It's not bad. I think Shantae is actually a really rational way of doing it. Shantae has games that are so far apart that. But the thing about Shantae is that she keeps relevance because, well, she's hot, but also because like her games are so well designed and they're so far apart where you can tell like they, you know, they at least give each individual one like, you know, identity. They're not trying to force it a little bit. I don't know. Shovel Knight's games, they feel like there's too much Shovel Knight together. Like Way Forward does a lot of other stuff besides, you know, Shantae all the time. But they do enough Shantae where it's like clearly their mascot, clearly their pride and joy. I don't know. And even then, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's they're kind of forcing it sometimes. Plus, Mega Man. Shantae's more stuck than anything. I like Shantae in terms of gameplay. I'm not a Shantae fanatic, but I very much enjoy Shantae. You know what's crazy? Shantae is a very funny game. There's not enough funny games. That's where it lands for me. Some people don't like Shantae's comedy, but I think it's funny enough. I don't think there's enough games that are genuinely funny. I think Shantae, this, you know, rubs me the right way there. And also, Shantae's hot. Every character in Shantae's hot. Even the dude who's this fucking doofus is hot. Even the mayor is kind of hot. Even the fucking pirate, that risky boots, recruits, they're kind of attractive. I don't know. Catch her. So true. Yuri. This is the type of Yuri they do be having. Thirsty. I love how they make you go into the village. Don't know weapon. That's a shovel. You may enter, but don't forget, talk to everyone. BoJack Horseman? I think it's the meal tickets. Yeah, I played it a couple times. I don't know. I feel like that's Mona, by the way. I like Mona. I like all the characters here. I don't know. But she appears in the Plague Knight expansion. Same character. I like how they repurpose the characters. I think it's very interesting. This guy right here. This orb actually is very useful. Is there like can I change that the button to make that a button? Quick selects. That's a weapon. Okay, that's Y. Okay. Tropical King. Hail the Tropical King. Hail. Yeah, I don't know. I worry about the future. But I'm very nostalgic. I'm super nostalgic. But I'm not like one of those people who's like, you know, hopeless about the future. You know what I mean? I think, you know, there's a, well, mostly because I didn't have this fucking like, you know, super nostalgic golden age 1950s style childhood. My childhood was like mid to sucked, depending on the day. And some people like, you know, back in my day, all we used to do was eat pizza and play Mario 3. Those were the days. I'm like, all I used to do was get fucking ruthlessly bullied, fucking play Mario Galaxy. Oh, god damn it. So, click the map. I was ruthlessly bullied. I didn't get like put down in the lockers or whatever. I don't think I could even fit in lockers. But I was bullied in the respect of, you know, everyone is in terms of like, you know, social isolation and you know, the feeling of fear when you're walking around the room of being roasted for fucking breathing wrong, which actually has happened to me. So think I don't think I was gonna call one of those things like my favorite quotes. Well, one of the things I don't know if it's a quote or just whatever, but like one of the things that people say is like, you know, no one escapes childhood without some trauma. I think that's kind of true. I think everyone has a little bit of trauma. The depth of the trauma, the severity of trauma is it varies. Some of the stuff you can handle on your own, some of the stuff doesn't affect you, some of the stuff really fucks with you though. Some people have stuff that really fucks with them. Some people are just, you know, like have genuine irreparable damage just because of you know, stuff that just happened to them in the past. You know, he's not permanently repairable. You know, kind of treatable but not repairable. You know, so, you know, and so a lot of stuff happened just like because your brain's born that way. I don't know. You develop certain things. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Look at these rats. They're propeller rats. I like the way. I think yeah. Shovel Knight 1 was special because of the time it came out. I think them trying to make Shovel Knight into this big franchise is kind of like, I don't know. I think they do have good game designers there. But I don't think that they needed to iterate on Shovel Knight like 3 different times in different games and also have the expansions and also do that. I think having the expansions was enough and then maybe one spin-off like 5 years later. But like they had too much at once and they had all those like Shovel Knight like I don't know. If I had the opportunity to have like my OC or whatever and everything, I'd do it too. People to the point where people get sick of it too. So I don't know. That's the kind of person I would do. Because you're excited about your guy. But Shovel Knight's cool. I gotta say, I bought this game called Blade Strangers. Yeah, I bought Blade Strangers, this obscure ass fighting game because it had Shovel Knight and because it had Curly and quote in it. Some cave story, right? And I think I will say, you know, people say, why would you buy an anime game just because of the name, even if it's terrible? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I think there's a certain level of quality I'm willing to forgive if a game has characters I fuck with. I think there's a certain level. Like I say that like Supersonic Warriors of all, you know, it's a good Dragon Ball game that no one talks about. Attack of the Saiyans on DS. It's because it's a JRPG. And like, how many JRPGs does Dragon Ball have? Like turn-based that aren't fucking card games. Like that's pretty much the only one that's not a fucking card game. Hate that shit. Hate the card games. So many goddamn card games. How many card games oh fuck this. How many card games Dragon Ball has in the past? How many? Like, I think 7, I think. There are like 4 or 5 on Famicom. Maybe 6. There are a couple on Game Boy. Maybe like another console or something. Oh god damn it. I keep losing my this is also like Dark Souls game design, by the way. Losing your card game big in Japan. It's not a matter of card game being big in Japan. It's the fact they couldn't make. I don't think they wanted to put in the resources. It's not okay. Do you know what I'm talking about in terms of like the Dragon Ball card game? Because they're a weird fusion of JRPG and card game. It's like the equivalent of like those indie roguelike ones. I don't know why the fuck that is a thing, by the way. Those indie roguelikes have a strangely similar system of it's because it's not like a card game in terms of like, you know, a poker type card game. It's a card game like those, like where it's a turn-based, you choose a command and Goku does a command based, you move 5 squares based on like how many fucking cards there are. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, those games kind of sucked. But, you know, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I didn't play them. I didn't play all of them, at least. Tried one for a little bit. I was like, okay, that's kind of boring. And I was kind of like, mid. But, here's the Griffin. I forgot if the King Knight one's really good. I don't remember. Oh, that card can't get. I don't know. Peter Griffin. Saint Peter. Saint Vincent. I think I missed the opportunity for the relic, by the way. Oh, I could pretty much beat. I think there's only one relic. The relic that I need is in like Spectre Knight's place, because I don't think I could finish this game very easily without Spectre Knight's relic. Like the other ones are like, you know, they're not optional. I kind of want them, but like, you know, I don't need them. You know, I guess they are optional. That's the fact that I don't need them, but different kind of need. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love the graphics in this game. I think, I thought they were better before. I think they are pretty NES accurate, relatively. I think I don't know. There's a different vibe. I think the fact that like, I've been so burnt out for years on the specific kind of vibes those indie games near this era were going for, that you know, I don't know if I could, you know, I don't think I feel it the same way. I don't feel like I feel the same way. Although I do like the I will say there's a lot of good design elements in here. Like I'm not saying it's a great game in terms of like, you know, design and like the detail and all that shit. But I'm saying in terms of like the you know, it's just not as appealing as it used to be, you know, because there's a little bit of novelty to it back in the past, you know what I mean? Now it sounds, you know, like a, you know, it's like a regular looking game. Because seeing this shit on like Wii U, I don't know. Honestly, seeing this shit on Wii U kind of still hits. Because when you're playing on the gamepad, it still kind of hits. I don't know. People talk about the, I don't know, Scott the Waz. I like Scott the Waz. I fuck with Scott. He's like a AVGN for Zoomers, right? Except Zoomers like AVGN if they're real, but never mind that. AVGN specifically for Zoomers, right? But I will say he kind of fucked up the game for the Wii U, you know? He kind of fucked up the game for Wii U. Like, Wii U is not a Dreamcast. Let's not get it twisted here. Like, and I know like all the jokes are at the expense of the Wii U, but it's also like, oh god damn it, I don't know. The way people see the Wii U now is very different than the way they used to. I don't know if it's for the better or the worse. I just feel weird about it. I don't know. I feel weird about it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like my things are changing and I don't have control over them anymore. The way my little console's perceived feels different than the way it should be. I don't like it. I don't know why. I apologize. At least I'm very well aware when I'm stupid and nostalgic for no reason. I don't know. I think NES type shit is kind of just overdone. Even back here, it was kind of, even like in 2014, it wasn't, you know, it was getting overdone. But now it's like way too firmly overdone where I don't see any like, I think this is like this is a regular ass game. It's well designed, but it's just a regular ass game looking, you know what I mean? I'm not impressed by it because it's just like, you know, yeah. I do know the context, but I just, you know, I just don't have it in me anymore. Queen Knight, so true. Not even a real queen, so true. You're a real queen to me, Queen Knight. You're real to me. Why did Golden Girls Take Manhattan get canceled? Why? 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 Yeah. The Enchantress. Fabulously regal. I do appreciate how they all have their own like themes though. Oh, you got me. Yeah, I mean, I got you. Yep. I don't know. I wish there was things you could do besides the video games on stream. Which I actually not right now though. I am enjoying playing a little bit of video games. But I'm just saying in general. Also, I love how like only sometimes Shovel Knight has the dream about Shield Knight. This makes sense. Look at this. Barely does anything really. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know. The games are cool. Games are cool. I guess I'll do a little bit of magic. A little bit of magic. Sometimes you have got shit to say, honestly. There it is, the fire one. I don't know. The fire one's cool. I don't need it rapidly though. But, I mean, I don't know what I'd spend money. I don't know. I can spend money on more health though. But the fire wand is not one I use like religiously. Although I probably should get the fishing rod. Fishing rod does have some good stuff attached to it sometimes, so yeah. But yeah, I will say Shovel Knight is I'd say it's a solid Mega Man type game. And I very much appreciated it when it came out. In terms of the context. You know, what else was coming out there, you know? Oh, this entire level is pretty cool though. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's like really interesting how the perspective on retro games have changed so drastically. You know? I don't know. I can't stop streaming because I'm so worried about boxes. Will I be okay? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I think we'll all be okay in general. Unless you're not. It sucks when people just aren't okay, you know? There's someone on my timeline that was like, oh, yeah, I only have like 8 months to live. I was sad. I was really sad for them. You know what I mean? That sucks. You know what I mean? That sucks supremely. I think the main thing is just like knowing it, you know? If you get run over by a car, you know, it's a tragic event. But you know, it's not like a thing that like, you know, you dwell over in terms of like, you know, I don't know, you don't dwell over it because you'd theoretically be dead, but I'm saying like, you know, you don't dwell over if it hurts or whatever. It's like, you know, happen instantly, you know? This is very apt for a stage about like a graveyard. I don't know. It's like the idea that you know, is it like better or worse you get to make peace? I don't know. For me, it's like, you know, and my personal thing is I'm very selfish in that respect. I don't really care, you know, if everyone else gets their peace. I'm like, you know, am I kind of like, you can get therapy if you're still alive, right? It depends on did I die in a way that's like scary and terrifying and like breaks your brain, you know what I mean? Like drowning. Imagine someone fucking drowning to death. That's fucking terrifying. That's horrible. Horrible. You know what I mean? Horrible. They should definitely have like, for people who like have like terminal illnesses or whatever, they should definitely have like a place they could just go and like, you know, end that shit. You know what I mean? But whatever. People don't have radical opinions on like, you know, stuff like that. People just have radical opinions about like stupid shit, like whatever political party or fucking no. I'm super pro euthanization. That's my opinion. Fuck this. It's the fucking this shit, dude. I'm talking to nobody right now, by the way. I don't think anyone, you know. But I think that is, yeah, it's a very big opinion I have. I'll say that here and there and everywhere. For now, at least for now. I might change that opinion, but like opinions do change. But I think I just rationalize. It's a very rational opinion that like, of course, it's based on like some personal experience. But I think it like my ideas of that are rational. I don't know. It's like you know. I think the freedom. I think that's like, you know, and it's weird because it's like that's technically one of those things that appeals to neither side because it's like, you know, anyone who's like on one side be like, oh, that's like or it's overstepping a government's bounds and have no control over, you know, if someone can take your life, and you know, and it's like on the other side it's like, you know, that the, you know, death penalty, and I don't know. I just think you should have the option. At least definitely should have the option. I think about it a lot. Think about it. It's very interesting idea. I like this part of the level, by the way. It's very good game design to have, like, you have to like keep balancing yourself. It makes it feel like a duel, you know, a duel to the death, like Wu-Tang. Wait, don't even die. Chapel Chalice. I need to use one of those. I need to get one of those. Yeah, this is a great game soundtrack, by the way. I want to mention that. Very great soundtrack. I don't think it's like one of those soundtracks. There are very few game soundtracks that I just listen to. I think game soundtrack I listen to have either be nostalgic or like really like vibey. I don't think I listen to much hype stuff when it comes to soundtracks. You know, like I listen to the Persona 3 soundtrack a lot, a little bit more than I listen to the Persona 4 soundtrack, right? I listen to that one, the final dungeon theme with the piano. I like the way it sounds. I like the cut of its jib. I mean, if I listen to his game soundtrack, I listen to it on Spotify or other streaming services, by the way. I don't know. Also, yes, fuck Spotify. I don't know. I need to unsubscribe for them. They keep taking and taking and taking. I feel bad for using them anyway because, you know, they don't pay people for their services. And being so anti-corporation, I feel very strongly about it. You have this chest. Yeah, baby, that one. This one's the best one. Oh, yep. It was with a shot, sort of shot. What are we doing, dog? What are we doing, dog? I think Shovel Knight is good, though. Great game. I think there was like one run I did, like, I don't know, was it a no-hit run or something? There was like one run I did that I couldn't, like, that dying felt like way worse. And I think it was like a challenge run or something I did. I don't know why. I don't remember. There's this one run you have to do in like an hour, or one run you have to do without dying, or something like that. There's a lot of challenge run achievements in Shovel Knight. Like they're called feats. Called feats. I kind of see why people do it because they're just trying to squeeze like a little bit out, like more out of the game. But like anything, you know, if you have anything for a player to do, they will do it. You know, even at the expense of their like health and safety and love and all that shit. Because addiction. So it's like, you know, if there's like a no-hit run of a game, right, and it's like absurdly impossible, right? It's like literally a joke. People do it. People finish Doom on nightmare difficulty, despite the fact that it was like not designed to be finished. It's a joke difficulty. It's a gag. Literally impossible, done by design. And of course people finish it, but I'm saying like people speedrun that shit too. And it's actually to the point where people actually speedrun Ultra Violence because Nightmares are so damn hard. These are Doom speedrunners. That's how it surprised me. because Doom is one of those games that people like had to have 30 years, and people who like play Doom, they play Doom. There are certain games where you like, you know, I think, you know, like even like Super Mario Brothers speedrunners take breaks and go to different games. They play all the Mario games or whatever. But Doom's like they either play Doom 1 or Doom 2. They don't, or like maybe Quake, and maybe like, I don't know, those other like not Source Engine, other like Doom engine games. I guess it might be Source, but both have a Source. Yeah, other Doom engine games, but not like ain't much else. You know what I mean? They're obsessed with like the specific thing. I don't know. Of course, they play like they play other games, but like the speedrunning scene, you know, it's very focused around those games that you know, 2D, 2.5D shooters. You know. Yeah, I'm saying, but I'm saying that, you know, it's one of those things where it's like you know, I don't know. I don't even know much of anything anymore, man. You have to finish the level and stop streaming. Right now I'm grinding. I mean, that's in front of me. Yeah, you can speedrun fucking anything. You can speedrun FL Studio, dog. Do an FL Studio. FL Studio. Of weaponry to use to defeat bosses. Great stuff. You can speedrun fucking anything. I think speedrunning American Dad intros was the best gag for a while. That was a great gag. I think that you know, whenever you have a niche enough joke, it doesn't become overdone. Once it becomes a format, it becomes overdone. That's the gist. You know what I mean? If you have a meme format, you're dead. It's already over. You know what I mean? I think, well, I guess the format's not inherently bad, but I think like a joke setup you could use in a situation is different than like, you know, having the joke be the format itself or something. I don't know. I don't like meme formats. I don't like meme. Reddit is just a place to get meme format templates. If you can make a template out of a meme and that's the joke, nah. At least it's gotta be like a funny gif, like the Drewski gif. The Drewski gif is funny because I said it's funny. It's not a meme format, it's just a reaction image. There's a difference. Reaction images aren't like a meme format. They're a reaction to the situation, the context. You can't use a meme format and as a reaction to something. It's gonna be weird, you know, or especially an overdone one. I don't know. Maybe you can. I feel way too strongly about just random shit. I think my life is interesting. In the case of the soldier game, man. I love the soldier game. I need to get myself a soldier game. You know, the soldier game has like at least 70 games. It's more than the PS5, so I'm just saying. The Spectre Knight. Oh, Spectre Knight is actually a Spectre, by the way. That's just like, you know. This entire Spectre Knight is super cool. But the issue with that Spectre Knight is like way cooler in their boss fights than they are in I don't know, actually Spectre of Torment is really cool. Yeah, Spectre of Torment is actually really cool, I'll say. And I will say the fact that like all the expansions or whatever to Shovel Knight take place in like different other times of the original Shovel Knight story is really cool. I will say that. I honestly will say that, like, you know, either by the Treasure Trove or by Spectre Torment and Shovel Knight of Hope or whatever by themselves. Oh, my eyes. Oh, brother. Man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I did used to stream a lot whenever I used to like. I do. That's still have it. I do. So I used to, but I do. I love how like it went. The reviews went from overwhelmingly positive to just all right. Yeah. Yeah, Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is old enough where people have played it as a kid. Yeah, that's just interesting. I think it is like Cave Story. It is Cave Story. Like the thing about Cave Story is that like I don't know. I love Shovel Knight. I love Shovel Knight, but Cave Story is just different, you know? Like Cave Story is its own vibe, if you know what I mean. Shovel Knight is like other things. Cave Story is another thing. You know what I mean? It's it's big. It's great. You know what I mean? Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight. I'm gonna finish this boss. I'm gonna go to bed. Can you body swap in the middle of the battle? Weird. Cool. Whoa, cool. God damn it. Oh, I'm fucked. Wait, what if I do this? Wait. Wait, what am I cooking? Am I cooking? No, I'm dead. I'm dead. I think what gold in this game is it's very useful. It is like useful enough where you want to keep it. There's a point where like, you know, you pretty much run out of things to buy, like every other game, but like, you know, I think it's like so late in the game where it's like, you know, there's a substantial like, you know, reason to not die. There's a very actual punishment to death. Especially in the early game, you have to build it up, build all your stuff. Dying is kind of fucked up because, like, oh, I don't know if I can't afford the next, you know, relic or whatever, or like a health upgrade. And those health upgrades really help, you know, judging by this game. That shit. I wish they could put off on Switch, but that game's like from 2003. They put Lisa on Switch. It's so fucking weird, man. I feel like Lisa's like a game that like cannot be on Switch, but like I don't know. That is cool. That is raw. I will say, they do the original soundtrack is like Jake something. Yeah, no, it did a great job, amazing job. It was Jake something. American Dragon. Oh, I will say Plague Knight stage is like my favorite. Great stage theme. I might do another stage even if I am very sleepy. Because bone apple tea. I'm sure there's a way to finish this entire game without using a upgrade for your tropical game, or so. Village, Resident Evil Village. You wanna know? Me too, of them actually. They're very useful. Tropical King. Hello. I want an iCore. Why would you get anything else besides like the renewal one? It's so useful. They're so good. Maybe the 10-second one, like if you like really like want to beat a boss in like 5 seconds, I guess. I guess at least they give you options. The yellow one's useless. The yellow one is useless because why would you need treasure that much? A little bit of treasure, like a 60 seconds worth of treasure. You might as well say the rest of the stage, you know? We get 2 of them, so I guess that wouldn't make any sense. This is really cool though. I like the little dance they do. Fare thee well, shoveled knight. They have a really big sprite. I think it's cool they have gigantic fucking huge ass fuck you sprites. I think that the chiptunes are solid. But it's not even the chiptunes. I think the thing is that the compositions are just made for chiptunes. I think because if they really wanted to lock in with the chiptunes and shit, they would use like, you know, Bama Tracker type shit or whatever. Like the cool like you know, Sunsoft drums and shit. But my whole point is that it doesn't use like necessarily use the Fama Tracker type, like it doesn't use the most interesting chiptunes instruments sonically, but the compositions are built very well for like the basic wave and cymbal sounds or whatever. This is Mega Man, yeah, this is Mega Man. Mega Man is crazy because they never actually like had a Mega Man game that was like, they haven't had a Mega Man game that was on like a extremely like unique hardware thing. They had like, it was always on like basic hardware. It was always on, what can I say? Mega Man was always on like the basic hardware. So it was on NES, Famicom, you know, Super Nintendo. It wasn't on any like weird expansions or anything. It was just like on the basic hardware console. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So nice. Basically, if the NES kept getting updated, yeah, they need another NES. Some people say that unironically. They're like, what if they made NES 2? They did. It's called the Super NES. Treasure Knight. Mole Knight. Treasure Knight. A Super NES, yeah. This is a cool stage. I like the stage's theme a lot, and the way it reveals. It had a little lamb, please as white as snow. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, please. Yeah, this is the best song in the game by far. What is this rat doing? Fuck this rat. Oh my god, I hate this thing. It's stuck up there. Also, this is the best song in the game. Like, by far. This is the best song. Oh, man. Love this song. I don't know why. But the Plague Knight theme is like the Francis Farmer of the soundtrack. Like, the best track by far. And it's not a single, so no one talks about it. It's like, it's the best in a masterpiece of a soundtrack. But it's an album track. Even though it's a very popular album track, it's still an album track. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like the equivalent of like the fan favorite album track, I guess. I don't even know how much people like this song. I don't talk to Shovel Knight fans. I don't know any other Shovel Knight fans. Do you like Shovel Knight? You like Shovel Knight, but I don't know if there are any Shovel Knight fans. I play a lot of Shovel Knight. I don't even call myself a Shovel Knight fan. Add-ons really expensive. This is the console with 32-bit. Yeah, I don't know why they never did 32-bit consoles that much. They kind of skipped that. Like, PS1 and Saturn were kind of 32-bit, but they also kind of weren't. You know what I mean? They were, but they kind of weren't. Grunge vibe, yeah, it would. There's definitely a potential for a grunge remix of this song. I don't know how. There's definitely a potential. There's definitely a vibe here. What the fuck is that thing, by the way? I'm Mr. Confident. It's kind of weird they charge $40 for Shovel Knight because it's only like an hour. It's only an hour-long game necessarily. I mean, I love it. It's a very quality game, but like charging, like, honestly, there are people who could argue that's not worth 15. I wouldn't argue that. I think it's worth even the base game's worth about 15. But I think little lamb, fleece was white as snow. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Oh shit. I think the way it leads up after into the loop is kind of interesting. Cause not many 8-bit game soundtracks do that necessarily. The quickest shower. Well, you don't have to take a quick shower because I'm about to end the stream because I'm sleepy. So take as long as you want in the shower. Either I'm gonna end stream soon, like literally the moment you leave, or I'm gonna be playing until fucking like 5 hours later. There's no in between. Probably the former though. I always wake up early. I don't know why I woke up early today. I don't know. Fuck. Yeah, I might finish this game. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I stream in the background. That's true. I would do that. And I'm gonna probably. I enjoy your shower. I'll stop streaming as soon as I finish the stage. That's what I'm doing. They can stop bombing me, Jesus Christ. Mary had a little lamb, little fuck, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. I like this guy. He's cool. He's like, alright, I'm gonna start drinking shit. Yeah. He turned into a giant monster. Every stage has one really cool enemy, a mini boss. I fuck with it. I appreciate that, like, in particular, because that's the most Mega Man thing they have. The weird set-piece mini-bosses. They understand why Mega Man is cool. They know. They're not just copying this shit. They know, like, the mid-game set-piece mini-boss sets up, like, the stage's themes better, and it also is just fun. It is just fun to have them. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. She had a little lamb. I love how it randomizes it. Like you can't just like who would ever want to use the other one? I guess the invincible one isn't that bad. The treasure one sucks, so never give me that shit. This one always got me. I could never do this properly without the fucking, you know, wizrobe shit. I like the way the drums are, by the way. Wow. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What if I'm not streaming right now? What if I'm just like, I'm just have a pre-recorded footage of Shovel Knight getting played? Nah, because who would play Shovel Knight in 2024 purposely? They do it by accident. Technically, this game was like finished back in like I want to say maybe 19. Like way before the pandemic happened, they had like their entire game down, even with the King Knight one. I even cracked open the Wii U to see that shit. I'm like, the Wii U was long dead by that point. I don't know what they were doing. I do remember playing the Plague Knight one on Wii U though. I was waiting for that to happen. Oh, it's very interesting. Nope, not dealing with this shit. Oh my god. That particular jump. No, I don't want it. I think, I don't know. I will say Shovel Knight is fairly accurate to an NES game. But I think The main thing for me is that it doesn't use the big ass anime eyes that everything had in Mega Man. This is what the different stylistically. Like Mets, right? They don't have Mets in this game. As cute as their rats are, they don't have Mets. But I love the Mary had a little lamb. Also, these stages get kind of long. Like near the middle, like near the end of the game, they get like kind of long. Like I will say, it feels this one of the longer stages. I think Propeller Night stage is probably like the longest. It's probably one of the hardest stages in the game though. Tinker Night stage is hard, man. Tinker Night stage is fucking hard. I think Shovel Knight is actually probably one of the better Mega Man games if you compare them. Because Shovel Knight, you don't have to worry about boss weaknesses. You just worry about like the actual gameplay. I think Mega Man is just like, you know, you have to worry about like, you know, the boss doing nothing. I think they just need to strengthen the Buster. They never strengthen the Buster in Mega Man games. Leave me alone. There we go. Not bad, not bad. You're dripping. You're grippy. Oh, wait, no, you're drippy. Wow. Wow. You don't have to rush out because I'm about to go to sleep. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I'm so sad. I want to go to sleep. I've been up since like... Oh, I want to meet this guy though. This guy's cool. Reese. North from Pridemore, west at the fork. Oh, bother. Pass out the way. Well, much out. Ooh, maybe you could help me. I think I also tried to... Wait, so you're in there with the shovel? Now with the shovel who has been menacing the village. You just show the bury innocent people. You're ready to tear into. That was someone's OC. Then, like, honestly, like, also Baz in this game, like, that's probably the super best friends plays one of their biggest contributions to humanity. Besides, like, being super big supporters of Skullgirls. I fuck with it. I fuck with it heavy. Like, nah, honestly, like, having enough money to support indie devs, nah, that was raw as shit. I ain't gonna lie, that was raw as fuck. Also, this is a pretty hard battle, relatively. They have a lot of, like, skilled and shit, like, damn, a lot of shit they got a lot going on. Oh. Come on. Nope, didn't, almost did it. Yeah. I played a lot of Shovel Knight, man. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Stuff Shovel Knight. Stuff Shovel Knight. Stuff Shovel Knight. Stuff Shovel Knight. It's grippy. It's grippy. It's grippy. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Those things. I love Shovel Knight. Good game. Go to bed. For a game. I'll sell it in exchange for money. I should just, as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna try. Imagine I wake up and I'm like lock in, spend 12 hours, get a build out. I'm like, all right, I need to get a build up before I move, so people can give me money for it. I don't know. I couldn't do that. I don't think I have barely anything written down in terms of dialogue or other characters. You know what's hard is that writing dialogue. Writing dialogue's hard. You know, see the cameo. Oh man, I actually have somebody. I actually have a cameo in the game planned already. Cause I promised someone I'd give them a character in Freshies in exchange for something, and I never made that episode. So they, by virtue, get first dibs to a cameo in the game. In a room. In a day. In a side. Yeah. I don't know. Take that for that. Whoa. Wait a second. Wait a second. RAM? Mario 64 only has more gigs of RAM? NPC dialogue music. Nah, that's my game. You could give me a track though. I gotta ask you if they need a track. I'll pay you. We're not gonna pay you. You pay me. No, I could pay me. I gotta pay you. You could pay each other. How'd that work? Whoa. Oh, you know what I mean? You pay each other. Okay.